And we should be live. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see the game all right? How is everyone doing? I'm just going to check my audios. Oh, there I am. Lumberneck. I'm going to check my audios. I'll be right with you. Happy days. I can hear myself. All well and good. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Welcome to my live showcase of the Manchester Airport Commuter route, which, if I'm honest with you, I've really been enjoying up until now. I've done quite a lot of mileage on it. I think I've done around about 100 miles on this route, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you can, add up, I've done about 7 or 8 services in the time I've had my hands on it, which has not been very long. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're on the PlayStation tonight because, well, one, it's far too hot upstairs, as we've got a 323 coming in there. It's far too hot upstairs to be to do any, it was hard enough recording from the PC yesterday because obviously heat rises up into the bedroom. So I'm on the PlayStation today because it's downstairs. It's nice. It's cool down here. And also, what's better than just having a chilled out stream sat on my sofa playing the game, eh? Anyway, we're going to do a showcase of this. I'm going to show you what's in the main menu. We're then going to drive all sorts. Obviously in this we've got 323s, we've got 390s, we've got 350s, we've got 158s, 150s, 153s. Loads of stuff we can drive. So over the next 2.5 to 3 hours, we're going to try and drive one of each, excluding freight, because that takes a little bit takes a bit longer, and me and freight don't mix. So we're going to try and drive as much as we can. But we're going to do a 323 first, and then after that, you lot can decide what we do, picking between 158 and whatever else. I also wanted to be on the PlayStation because I've got all the layers on the PlayStation. The only one I'm really missing on the PC is the ScotRail 158, which is one I do want to showcase to you because a lot of people are confused by the ScotRail 158, and a lot of people have said to me, I can't seem to find it and whatever else. So we'll go through it properly and I'll show you what you're missing. Anyway, who we got in chat? We've got myself. Hey, Zenith, how you doing? What I quite like is this new live chat the top fans thing. So obviously Car Guy's #1. Much appreciate that. But Car Guy, Zenith, UK tag, you should be higher up there. Zenith, Ethan, Gamer Mason, I am here, don't you worry. If I'm on the PlayStation, it's kind of like a static shot. I can't do any because on the PlayStation you can't add scenes and stuff like you do with OBS. It is just kind of just waiting until I unmute myself. Because obviously I'm straight through the PlayStation, which is usually not the best way to do it, but it works. Great Western, how you doing? Already like the view of the 802s. How do you mean? Sorry. Hello, Richie. Hope you're doing well this evening. Doing very well, thank you, Gamer. Gamer Mason, hope you're doing well. Trains of Britain, how you doing? Rob, good evening. Alex, Maxi Boy, Joshua. Who else we got? We've got loads of people in tonight. This is insane. Southwestern, can you ride through the Ballast Mountain? Oh, we'll have a little look at the Ballast Mountain, don't you worry. What was interesting is that slightly prior to release, that wasn't there. So that's come through as like a little... Sometimes you get these little silly bugs that just happen, and a mountain of ballast is quite funny. It's actually a secret thing where the mountain ballast, actually, if you go through it at a certain speed, you get an achievement for it, for a speed jump. I'm joking, obviously. Far too hot, but it's been freezing down here in the southwest. This house holds so much heat. Like, it could be 20 degrees and it feels like it's a sauna in here. It's absolutely nuts. It's far too well insulated. How you doing, Luke Snowball? Hope you're doing well. I've been driving on this route now. I bought it today. Yes. I was hoping to do a bit of an early access showcase on it, but due to some personal circumstances, I couldn't. So yeah, the ScotRail 158 does Manchester Airport to Barrow services. Yes, so we'll go through the main menu and I'll talk about that sort of stuff. You could have played on the PC. I could have played on the PC, but like I say, I would have been sweating. It was hard enough playing BR the other day. When I was playing that, I was really struggling, and that was like, not too late in the evening. It gets more difficult as you go into the evening. I've got my mum's funeral tomorrow. I saw that in the Discord. Sorry, I didn't get to respond, but obviously I send my condolences to you, and I hope the service is as good as it can be. Obviously, I had a funeral early this week, hence the personal circumstances, and it's always nice when there's a good service to, you know, bid farewell properly. But we won't talk about that. Let's focus on some good things today. Anderson Gaming, how you doing? New name in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Kieran, how am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Hi everyone. So what does everyone think about the new Manchester Airport line, and is it any good to buy? I really like it. It's 25 quid, which is cheaper than standard route price. If you've got Glossop line, I believe on Steam you get a 20% discount, so then it's 20 quid. If you've got layers, you've got like half the timetable, at least over half the timetable is layered services, which is pretty nuts if you ask me. So, you know, there's a lot here that you can use if you've got West Coast Main Line South and the Cardiff route and stuff. There's so much that's adding to it. And do you know what's weird as well? There's so much room for it to grow. I mean, there's TPE services, there's all sorts of different services that could come in into this route. And they have talked about if anything comes in future, they'll be able to add it. So let's see what happens with it. But, you know, it's mad that this timetable, being condensed as it is, has room to grow still. I think it's awesome, and ATS and crew did a great job. They did. I'm not too sure what you said in cargo, but it's German. Does the Class 390 go to Manchester Airport? I've not seen if it does. If it does, let me know. Nugget Man, hello. Sending my condolences to you as well. I much appreciate that. There is a secret in this route. There is a secret, is there? Oh, okay. 20% discount only lasts until July the 15th. Yeah, that was the same with Glossop line. All we need now is a new timetable on Glossop. That would be a good shout. That would be really good, but then again, it'd only be for AI purposes at Manchester Piccadilly, so it wouldn't really have much. TGWLS, hey, how you doing? New name in the chat. Right, should we get into it? Because we're wasting time here. It's 7:10, and I'm supposedly meant to be showing 6 types of rolling stock in services between now and 9:30. So that's a lot to do. That's a big feat. Big feet. I've got big feet. You know what they say about well, anyway, I won't go there. I was going to say, you know what they say about big feet. Big shoes. Right, so let me just sort some stuff on here. I'm hoping there's no crashes. I've had no crashes up until now, but usually when I'm streaming from the PlayStation, there is a nice little habit where it likes to crash on me. So if it does, it's not to do with the route. It's probably just because I've got millions of gigabytes of stuff installed and there's barely any room left on it. So let me do that. Get rid of them because they're a bit poo. Put them in there. That's happy days. Cool. Let me get my analytics, if that's the word. Happy days, there you go. Cool. Does the 390 operate just to Stockport and Wilmslow? I think the majority, yes. That's the one thing I feel like, and I'll be 100% honest, I know this route is incredibly detailed and it's worth every penny, but if they were to announce a crew extension, I'd be so happy, because although it wouldn't add much new service-wise, because every service you can do and every service that is playable in the timetable right now, even the crew ones, they're still there. It would just lengthen. It'd be similar to the Richmond extension. It would just make the services longer, which would mean that your 390 services would be longer, your 323 services would be a bit longer. So you'd be able to run a lot more stuff, and it would actually feel like a bit of a bigger route and a bit more of a commuter. There is only like 4 or 5 stations. It's just track mileage. I think it's another 20 miles down to Crewe. So I can see why they didn't do it. They had to end it somewhere. But hopefully there's an extension in the works somewhere, because, well, their original idea was to go to Crewe. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, timetable. We've got a Sunday one, which we won't be touching because it's not as busy. And then also you've got the weekday one. I'm not too sure. For some reason, my Class 66 isn't turning up in there, and I don't know why. I would imagine there is a lot more services for freight. But anyway, we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the weekday one. So what do you get? You get the 323, and that has 275 services. That is, if you have nothing else, that's what you get, 275 services, which is still... Oh, and you also get the freight as well, which I think is one of these two. I'm not too sure which one's which, but anyway, you get the 66 as well. So you get around about 300 services just base. How you doing, Tintin? Hope you're doing well. I saw your stream on this last night. I was there for a little while. Yeah, you're enjoying this one, aren't you? Relatively local for you, isn't it? The train symbols, the train... Transport for Wales trains are crazy. Yeah, there is some mad consist with them. Are you doing crazy? Hope you're doing well. For my birthday on July 28th, I'm going to get a 50 quid PlayStation card, and I'm going to buy this route. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Wait, is there a 20% discount? I don't see that on Steam. If you've got Glossop line, which I think is on sale. I think Glossop line's on sale. So if you were to pick up Glossop line on the Steam sales, you would then, in essence, get the reduced price for this. You heard it here first. Yeah, we had a good blast on it. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. It's probably up there with one of my favourites so far. Let's have a little look. It kind of gives me a little bit of vibes of Cardiff Commuter as well, just with electric stuff. I think I understand the XPA now. Every message is 25 XP. Oh, I don't understand it. YouTube does weird things. We've got 42 people watching. That's insane. Hope you're all doing splendid. Let me do that. So yeah, anyway, 323, that's what you get. So going through some of the layers, we'll go through numerical order, shall we? So you've got the 150. These are mainly doing services. They do all sorts of stuff, actually. I think they're mainly some of them go to Manchester Airport. There you go. So I think the 150s are mainly going towards Manchester, and then the 153s are the same consist going backwards. So as someone's mentioned earlier on, there's obviously 150s. There's 150 coupled up to like 3 153s or something stupid like that, which is absolutely nuts. So yeah, they're kind of like to and from it, and I think they're like acting as what are the Transport for Wales stock that we don't have them in the game, but they're like 5 cars. I think the ones that had that tractor crash. I can't remember what they call them now, but they're kind of acting similar to them. You got the 158. East Midlands Trains, which is the actual East Midlands Trains services, which do Norwich to Liverpool Lime Street. We'll do one of them. And then you've got the ScotRail ones. Now, ScotRail are acting as Northern, as you can see, Northern service. So they're acting as Northern services because when this timetable is set in 2018, they did bring in ScotRail 158s onto Northern, and that's what these are operating as, because at the point when they were transferred, they were still in ScotRail livery. So that's what they're acting as, which is quite cool. Obviously, if we were to see a Northern 158, I would be a very happy man. Come on, Skyhook, give us a 158 pack, please, with all sorts of stuff. It might be the 67s. I think so, yeah, the 67s. I think that's what does Manchester services now. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, there's the 158s. A lot of people have said to me they've not been able to see over the 158s. They've said, I can only see the East Midlands Train variant, or I can only see the ScotRail variant. Weirdly, they couple up together, as in like they're there. So for example, it's whatever you last play. So when we come to play the ScotRail one in a bit, you'll notice when we go back to the main menu, the ScotRail one will show up instead of the East Midlands Train one. It's a weird thing with the UI, but they are there. Pendolino, we won't do Pendolino, we'll do the 350 first. So 350 is acting as TransPennine Express. Again, weird, I know, but it's acting as TransPennine Express because, again, in 2018, when the 350s were transferred or about to be transferred to London North Western Railway, they were stripped of any branding, TP branding or whatever, and they were an unbranded LNWI livery for a period of time. So technically it's accurate. Obviously it's blatantly London North Western and whatever else, but kind of break the immersion just a little bit. You can see that obviously we've got a couple of TPE services there, so essentially acting as TPE but unofficially. But that's what the 350s do. And then obviously you got the Pendolinos, which are doing Pendolino things, mostly doing Manchester, Piccadilly to Stockport and to Wilmslow. I don't know if they go to the airport. It'd be cool if they go to the airport, and if we find an airport service, we'll certainly do it. In fact, we'll just type in airport, see what it comes up with. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Anything on this one? Airport. No. Okay, yeah, so they don't go to the airport. And obviously you got freight as well. I think if you've got the RHTT, it adds some stuff as well. Sorry, excuse me, I've just not long had my dinner. So yeah, you've got freight and whatever else, and then you've got the Class 87 doing some rail tour duties, which we may do a go of. We may give it a go actually at some point. But pretty much every single ambassador, Tintin himself in the chat, has done it as well. I believe the service he did was racing a 323, and it was very cool. So if we don't do it tonight, I do highly recommend you go and watch himself to go and check out the Class 87 services. So anyway, with all that said, there is loads there. Obviously, if you've got Midland Main Line, Cardiff City Commuter, West Coast Main Line South, and West Coast Main Line Preston Carlisle, then obviously you'll get all these layers, lovely layers, which pretty much everyone's got at this point. So we're going to jump into a 323, not a very long 323 service, because we need to get through a lot of stuff today. Manchester, Piccadilly to Manchester Airport. What's this one? Cheadle, is that how you say it? Cheadlehume? An 11-minute service from Stock. I tell you what, we'll do that then, shall we? We'll do that one. In fact, do we do that one? We've got a slightly longer one. Hold on. Stoke-on-Trent. I'll tell you what, we'll do that one. We'll go from there because I think that's one of the branches. So we'll do that, and that should be jobs are good. So, apologies, I've not been reading the chat here. Going very, very quickly. 70% discount on the gloss up. Hell yeah, I'm buying that. Yeah, do it, and then you get 20% off this one. Can't go wrong. Not sure what to wait for. Cargo Line Volume 5. All this because Volume 5 looks not far off. I'd go for this because it's a route. You know, Cargo Line. If you like your Cargo Line stuff, then yeah. But this is obviously a new route you can get your hands on. You know, Cargo Line Volume 5 is, well, want to be a bit cheaper, obviously, because it's Cargo Line. And, you know, at least with this, you got something new you can get your hands on. So, this is the 323, my beloved 323. Obviously in the wrong livery. It should be in the West Midlands Railway livery, but oh well, it's all right. What would have been quite cool is to be able to run some of the West Midlands Railway liveried 323s on this route. I know that this is 2018, but if there ever was a 2024 timetable or a 2025 timetable, that would be really cool, because obviously at the minute they've all been transferred up to Northern. So to see like a little variation would be quite cool. I think that'd be cool, like a nice little nod to them being transferred. Let's have a little look what else we've got. So 710-3 is 5 carriages. Wouldn't that just be a 720? I don't know. I guess so. Not too sure. Have you started that compilation of me being bullied by the wheel? No wheel tonight, don't you worry. Imagine a Northern 156 pack. 156, yeah. Give me that, please. I mean, at this rate, they've got the 153, which if they were to couple up together would be a 155, so that could be Northern. They've got 150s, that could be Northern. 158s, that could be Northern. So there's a Pacer, that could be Northern as well. So there is at least 4 trains I can think of off the top of my head that could all be put into Northern livery. So a Northern gameplay pack, absolutely, yes please. Give me with it. Give me with it, give it to me. Hi Mark Moss, how you doing? Imagine a hamper bundle with Northern 156s. There you go. That's what I was saying. So like a little hamper bundle with all sorts of Northern stock, would love it. Yeah, it was a good one. The neutral sections work as well. Do you know what? The neutral sections with me on the 87, they don't like me, but I have spotted them. I think there's one coming out of Manchester Airport as you go up towards, is it Heald Green? Or something like that, anyway. How's the quality for you lot? It seems a bit low on my end, so hopefully that's alright for you. It's only playing at 480p, I'm not too sure why. Stoke to Manchester, that's one of my local train services. That would be cool, like a little extension down to Stoke. That'd be awesome. There's so many sales on, yeah, because funnily enough, there's a Steam summer sale going on. How good's that? You know what C2C map I was making? Turns out someone was making it, so I'm now making a new map. So should I make announcements? What announcements for that route? Yeah, go for it. As in, like, announcements for the route itself. Don't put announcements in the chat because it spams the chat up. Who do you want to see win Silverstone this weekend? Do you know what? I'm between either Lando Norris to get his maiden British Grand Prix win. That would be just so lovely. Or Lewis Hamilton to get a 10th British Grand Prix win, because that would be absolute scenes. I think it would be funny. This is the cruel part of me now. A part of me wants to see Oscar Piastri win Lando Norris's home race, because Lando Norris won over Piastri at Australia. So I think it'd be like a funny little, full circle thing. I'm excited to get a PC so I can play all the new routes I haven't played since before Mild Mainline. 1080p, 60 FPS, awesome. Don't start singing The Man After Midnight. Don't worry, I won't do. What specs do you have? So this is on the PlayStation. This is the PS5. I wanted to obviously, for many reasons, do PlayStation content, but also this is kind of showing you what it's like on a console. But for my actual PC, my specs, I'm terrible at getting this right. I think I've got a 4060 RTX NVIDIA graphics card. I think it's a 13400F processor, and it's 16 gig RAM, something like that anyway. It's not high end by all means, but it's all right. It does the job. We need Eurostar as a route or train. See, I disagree with this. I do disagree with this, because I feel like it would be a really boring route to have the Eurostar. He is in a Ferrari, that's right. You've noticed some overhead catenary is missing on the approach to Manchester Airport. Would that have been like maybe like a diesel only line? There's another 153. So there you go. So there's a 153, which is like weird because it's coupled up, 3 coupled up together, and then a 150. So essentially 5 car ones, which I think was a realistic formation at some point. How you doing, Jadu? Hope you're doing well. You should turn off the crosshairs setting so it disappears. No, I like that there. I did turn it off for a little while, but the fact that you can dim it down, it makes it look alright. You don't stop in a Eurostar. Yeah, exactly. It'd be well boring. As a Ferrari fan, I want to see Lewis win for the first time in Ferrari. Arguably, if you count sprint wins, he's already done that. Coffee time. Quick stop times here, I tell you. And just like that, you got a Pendolino rolling through as well. Look at that. So it's nice and busy. It is really, really busy. And considering all the different pieces of stock, it runs well. Even on the PC. I'm assuming you can hear the game all right, by the way. Be good to have a line in Newcastle. You've been playing RichyRail, and it feels good since the update on Roblox. Also, if you can hear a cat, she's going mad. Be the equivalent of running a dead run to the depot across the whole route. Yeah, it wouldn't be my first choice. I'm doing good, thanks. I was just in a phone call. No worries, that's all right. If you've got stuff to do, you've got stuff to do. Right, I'm going to put what are we driving next? So I'm going to give you an option of a class 150, 150/153. I'm going to give you a class 158, which would be, I want to do a ScotRail. Give you an option of class 350 or a Pendolino. There you go. If I could do class 87 as an option, I would, but there you go. A lot of you, hold on, choose what we drive next. I say to people, are you going to sit there for X, Y, and Z driving in a tunnel? Exactly. Are you? Have you watched the new F1 film? Do you know what? No, I haven't had a chance yet. We were going to watch it the weekend, but we didn't get round to it. We are planning to go see it on Friday, I think, because Fridays me and Shan like to do a bit of a film night. Ah, here you go. Here's the speed ramp. Here you go. Right, okay. You ready for this? Speed jump. And straight through we go. Oh, my cat's a bit panicky now. Dear me. Yeah, like I said, this all wasn't there before. So when I was playing this prior to a couple of days ago, it weren't like this. This is obviously just something silly, and I find stuff like this quite funny. Actually, it's just funny, isn't it? It's a simple little thing that can be changed. It's just obviously something that's happened. It'll be something that's affected it somehow. Have you ever played OMSI 2? I have indeed. I need to do some content on it. Hello, Key. I actually love the ScotRail 158 cab, but we don't have any quality routes to run it on. I mean, other than this route, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's it needs to be on 5 circle. I'm waiting patiently for that to come to 5 circle. Saw the F1 movie last Saturday. How was it? Was it all right? No spoilers, please. I've kind of got the idea of what it's about, but is it any good? Today here in Denmark, it's been 34 degrees Celsius, and now it's thundering and raining. Oh, I'd love that. I love a bit of thunder. I love a good storm, mate. You was getting your PJs on, no worries. How you doing, Lawrence Dow? Hope you're doing well. A Polish route and Australian route would be better than a whole Eurostar route. Exactly. I'd love to see an Australian route. An Australian route would be cool. Maybe like a Melbourne commuter or something. It was a really good film. Only downside, it's 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's what puts me off. I struggle to sit through an hour and a half film, so 2.5 hours is pushing it. But I suppose when you're sat in a sofa, it's alright. Don't know if you care about football, but West Ham have a new sponsor called Boyle Sports, and their new kit comes out tomorrow. I'm not overly fussed by football. I am a Villa fan. So where are you going? Please don't be starting to scream, because now is not the time. So I am a Villa fan, and I'm not, massively fussed by football. I know that it's the women's Euros, and I know that because we've got a sweepstake at work. So got to put a fiver in, and I've got a chance of winning 50 quid, I think. So happy days. But I can't remember what teams I've got now. Need to make a new route with that. Yeah, so yeah, Polish routes could be cool. There's a 158 there. There you go, doubled up. An Irish route would be nice. Lots of scenery, which is stunning. Yeah, I mean, with third parties coming on board, hopefully there's an Australian third party or an Irish third party. That would be really cool. You've got to think, certain countries they will delve into if there's scope to expand on it. So, for example, like Netherlands, for example, I can imagine the reason why they did a Dutch route and they went to the effort of getting the references, because one, it's not too dissimilar from German signalling and whatever, but also, it means that if it's popular, there is a whole scope of area that they could bring in. So that's not me saying there's any Dutch routes being worked on. I don't even know, but like, it gives that sort of, if they're going to go to a country with hardly any railways, then it doesn't really make much point from a resourcing point of view. And that's why I think with Australia it could be quite difficult, because there's not that many railways, but it could be quite cool. I wish TransPennine Express was in Train Sim World 5. I would love it. If we was to get TransPennine Express in any way, shape or form, what unit would you want to see, and also what route would you want to see? I personally would like to see either an updated Manchester Victoria to Leeds route. That'd be awesome, with TransPennine 185s and what's the other one? Northern 158s. That'd be nice. I'd also like to see the Hope Valley line. I know it's only got one TransPennine Express service an hour, but you've obviously got all the other stock that could run along the Hope Valley. Or another option could be the York to Scarborough route. That would be quite cool. There is a Carlisle route though. There is. You kind of want a Carlisle route. Yeah, we've got a Carlisle route. Preston to Carlisle. West Coast Main Line. How you doing, Bovril? Yeah, when I say not too fussed, as in when you compare all sports, I'm a Formula One man through and through. Not the 800s. No. Tell you what though, if we were to get any type of 800 or like 800 series, an 802 in TransPennine Express livery is absolutely beautiful. I think it's my favourite of the 800s, because and also the internals are quite nice as well. So a TransPennine Express 802, they are absolutely splendid. My train just turned into an aeroplane. Oh, that happens to me all the time. Have you seen the F1 movie yet? No, I haven't. I was just talking about it. We're thinking of going to see it on Friday. So I actually need to book some tickets for that. Might do that after the stream, to be fair. You'll let to see Cleethorpes to Liverpool. It's been changed in reality and the service extended to Liverpool Lime Street. I think Cleethorpes to Liverpool could be quite long. In fact, that's one side of the country to the other, so I don't imagine that would happen. But a segment of that could be quite cool. Maybe a modern-day Liverpool route, that would be really cool, actually, because you'd have all the northern stuff, you'd have the 390s, you'd have the 350s. Actually, yeah, a Liverpool route could be a good shout, or that sort of area, because it's really condensed, like around Manchester, Liverpool way. Like, I think that'd be a good scope of area for TransPennine stuff. Cool. Right, happy days. Quick little service, but that's what we're going to do. Quick services. So, how you doing, Class Triple Do? Hope you're doing well. Roadmap is next week. Yes, I believe. I don't know if it's been confirmed, so I'm not going to say. I know when it is, anyway. I want more ScotRail routes or trains because they are. I want more ScotRail routes or trains because there's only 3 routes. Yeah, more ScotRail stuff. Give me Ayrshire Coastline, please, or Highland Line, or all sorts of stuff. Right. So, what are you saying? We're saying ScotRail 158. Is that the clear winner? That is the clear winner. That's fine. Okay, ScotRail 158. Happy days. Let's do it. We'll do Manchester Piccadilly to the airport. I think we'll do that one. I have done one of these services. They're quite cool. And then what we'll do is what should we drive next? So should we do a class 150/153? Can't type. 153. Should we do a class 350? Should we do a class not 15390 or the class 87 after this? Cool. There's also announcements on this, which is quite funky. Cool. There you go. On lights. Hold on, where are they? Where's the lights at? They're over there. Cool. Happy days. So yeah, it's weird seeing him as ScotRail livery in Manchester. Don't get me wrong, but it's accurate. What's quite cool is you've got that. You've got the 153 over there. You've got the Pendolino. It's just Manchester Piccadilly is absolutely insane now. It really is. So busy. I like it. Proper South hasn't had any TSW routes for the past 3 games. Yeah, because you got them all at the start. So it's our turn now. It's up North's turn. I mean, how many different routes have you got around there that are like all southern? I think there's plenty of time. Plenty down there for you lot. We should have a Prague metro route. That'd be cool. They need to do Penzance to Aberdeen. I mean, could you, 1, imagine how long that would take to build? 2, could you imagine how long that would take to drive? And then also, could you imagine how big that would be in DLC? I mean, for example, if you want route detail like this route's 8.8 gig, I think, and it's a 27-mile route. You then want this detail of 400 miles, you're looking, let's say, okay, so 27, let's just say, for simplicity, 25 miles is 8 gigabytes. So that means 100 miles would be 32 gigabytes. That would mean that 400 miles of track, and I think it's probably even longer than that, probably like 500 miles or whatever, but 32 times by 4 is, hold on, should we just times it by 5 for 500? It would be 160, I think, 160 gigabytes, something like that. Bigger than your COD games. Be nuts for one route. They're all in the southeast, though. Yeah, that's fine. It's still south, isn't it? Just any Czech route would be good. We need Manchester Metrolink, could layer in as well. Yeah, but they're trams, so it wouldn't really work. I assume ScotRail 158 is a stand-in for Northern. That's correct, yeah. So based on the timetable, it's a 2018 timetable, and ScotRail transferred some of their 158s to Northern. So when they came down to this line, they were running in ScotRail livery. I have a game that's 300 gigabytes. So do I. It's called Trains in World. Are we ignoring 61 viewers? That's insane. Thank you very much. This is a very popular stream, and this is a very popular route, which is good. I think you know, it's good for what it is. It really is. Got 20 likes. Much appreciate that. We've also had a couple of new subscribers, so thank you to the new people that have just subscribed. Welcome aboard. For anyone that's new here, my name is Richie. I play trains. I don't drive trains in real life, but we play trains, we talk about trains, I spad the trains. You know, you eat the toast, you spread the toast, what's the saying now? You make the toast, you spread the toast, you eat the toast, or something like that, I don't know, you'll know what I'm on about. The secret is at Heel Green Station. My Call of Duty download was 500 gigabytes. Yeah, but Call of Duty's poop. Oh, did I say that? How you doing, 156 Andrew? Hope you're doing well. What have you forgot to do that I have done for you? What? I don't know. That makes no sense. Richie, is this ScotRail 158 hired to Northern? It's not hired, so like I just said, so when the ScotRail 158s, sorry, when Northern were taking on some 158s, they were transferred down from ScotRail, at which point they were still in delivery when they were transferred, and they were still in delivery for a long time. So I believe it took about like 6 months to transfer them all into the Northern livery. But yeah, they're a stand-in, let's say, but they're also there because realistically, based on when the timetable is set, that's what they were like. It's the same with the 350s as well. I mean, I'm rich and I drive trains in more than I play Roblox. You always forget to do this and they end up doing it for you. Well, I don't know. What's your favourite train and station on the route? My favourite station, now that's a good one. I quite like Manchester Airport Station. That's nice. I like it a lot. Manchester Piccadilly's called though. Stockport's quite underrated as well. I don't know why I've slowed down so much there. My favourite train to run on this route, probably the 158s. In fact, no, I quite like the no, I tell you what, no, the 158s, because the 158s, albeit in two different liveries, you can go down, you can go to most of the route with the 158s. Same with the 323, but you know what I mean. There's Pendolino over there. Look at that, lovely stuff. How come we haven't seen a new train for this Train Sim World add-on? So ATS, who are the third party who have developed this route, said that at the time, I think they still don't. Within their roster of, I think there's only a couple of them. I think there's only like 3 or 4 people that actually work alongside Alan at ATS, and they don't have the expertise to build a new train. So they tried to focus on making the route as good as it was. And to be fair, the 323s at one point were the main train on this route anyway, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, that's why there's no new stock for this. But I think they did say in their preview stream they were looking at what they could bring to this, and hopefully we do see something in future. Oh, you on about beating me to it in the Discord? Talking of which, if you've not joined the Discord server, feel free and join. What do we think the ATS Loco add-on is? I don't think they've said there's an ATS Loco add-on. I think they've said that if they were to work on it, they've got ideas. I've still got some photos from casual stream with your weird text. That wasn't me. What about the Class 185? So, I can see why they've gone with... So the 185, yes, they did do it. Now, they could do that. That would be a really cool idea. However, the issue I see with them doing that as like a part of the main package is that for the route that they've built, as a core thing, the 185 would only go, I believe, from Manchester Piccadilly to Manchester Airport. It wouldn't go down towards Crewe. So this whole... You know, the whole mainline, West Coast mainline bit between Piccadilly and Alderley Edge wouldn't be able to be utilised. Obviously, you'd have the 323s, but that would act as a layer. They wouldn't bring that in as their own thing. Well, they could have done, but you'd run into the issue where the actual base package, you wouldn't have that many services. That's if that makes sense. So obviously, without the layer, if I was to uninstall everything, there would only be like 300 something services with the 323 and the Class 66. But if they bring in the 185 and only had the 185 as part of a package, it really wouldn't be a busy route at all. You'd have to rely heavily on layers, if that makes sense. So to be fair, I think it's quite smart, because it's not ideal, sure, but you know, it needs to be a northern route to be able to, for the scope that they've built. It would need to be a northern route. So to have what they've got, it makes sense. You've also put this in the Train Sim World server. Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. Not sure if you've noticed this, but I did see a couple of Voyager stock markers at Stockport. Could we be seeing Voyagers? I mean, again, cross-country licensing, I don't think that's a thing, but you say that, but a lot of routes as well have Virgin Trains stock markers. Doesn't mean that Virgin... Obviously, Pendolinos and whatever else are referenced as Virgin Trains and whatever else. Quick side note, this scenery of the motorway, so this is the M60, this is where the M60 meets the M56, and this is absolutely fantastic. It's really it's a really silly little thing, but the road markings and the detail of the motorway, I think, is quite immense. I really do. And normally you don't really get this much detail, but I actually looked on Google Maps, and if you look on Google Maps, there is actually arrows in this area, so there is a lot of attention to detail, which I quite like. Anyway, going back to the Voyager thing. Obviously, yeah, with a lack of cross-country licence, it's unlikely. However, they did say that if any future stock will come in, i.e. Trans-Pennine Express, Voyagers, other northern stock, whatever, they've built it so that if that stuff does come to Train Sim World, it can come into this route, however they do it, and it would still be a part of it. It'd still be the part, do you get what I mean? So they've built it, they've future-proofed it, let's say, but it doesn't mean anything's confirmed. And if I'm honest, I'd say don't set your expectations to have something like that coming, because I don't think that's happening. I've always said that if we were to see any kind of Voyager, it'd have to be through Avanti West Coast, because that's the only licence they've got. But in order to get that, you'd need like a North Wales coastline or something like that. So who knows? We'll see what happens. I've also got the comments with the pick the cheese. No. We don't talk about that. That wasn't me. You are Scottish. Well, welcome to the stream. I don't know why me welcoming you to the stream because you're Scottish means. Anyway, I have just used my gift card to buy this add-on, and credit to the team. I usually struggle performance-wise as my PC is 6 years old, especially the Donny route. They've compromised detail with performance. I mean, with this route, I feel like it runs pretty well. One thing I tell you what I haven't noticed is stuttering. Like, there's usually quite a lot of stuttering on some routes, but I've not spotted that too much on this. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Where's this little secret heel green, by the way? Stop markers would just be for realism. Exactly. I'm going to go real quick. So should be back in like 20 minutes. Yeah, no worries. This route set in 2018, so should be Voyager. It should be Virgin as Avanti, because they didn't start till 2019. That's true. That's true. But at the end of the day, they're trying to bring in as many layers. So would you? This is where it gets a bit funny now. Like, would you rather not have the additional layers, i.e., like the extra 158 layers and whatever, 158 layers and whatever else, to sacrifice the little bit of realism with the Avanti West Coast livery, or are you happy to kind of escape reality just a little bit to have more playable options? I know what I would like. Don't forget the Shortbread Express. I won't forget the Shortbread Express. It's nothing. It's EGOV. It was a silly joke I made in a stream once, but we don't talk about it anymore. Detail's good here. Look inside the little station building. What am I looking at? Oh. I can't get in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Some screenshots. Nice. Look inside of it. Ah, is that the little tram thing? Yeah, I have seen that actually. I saw that on Tintin's stream. That's quite cool, that. I see what you mean there. Let's go. Would love to see crew to Holyhead with via Llandudno Junction. Yeah, that would be good. I think if we were to ever get the North Wales coastline, I would probably say it'd be Crewe to Llandudno Junction, because all the way to Holyhead would be really difficult in Train Sim World standards. You've got to bear in mind that just because a route's in Train Sim Classic doesn't mean it wouldn't be able to fully transpose into Train Sim World, because one, Train Sim World is a lot busier and a lot more time-consuming to develop, and also you've got the likes of like the timetable mode, the journey mode, and all that sort of stuff, which makes obviously longer routes a bit less inconceivable. I have stuttering frequently, but it's something I was always aware of buying the pack. That might be. I mean, are you on PC or are you on PlayStation or are you on Xbox? Mr. Penguin Collector. Your East Coast Mainline idea could run voyages. What's your East Coast Mainline idea? I do think East Coast Mainline stock and even routes are a bit depleted at the moment. That's definitely an area to exploit for Dovetail. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. The game is still young. Do you know what I mean? It's still, you know, what, 5-6 years old. You compare it to like Train Sim Classic, which has been around for a longer time, and there's still a lot of trains in that game that we don't have. That we don't have yet. So you know, the best way, and the one thing I always advocate for is, if you want to see certain routes and certain trains and whatever else, just support the game as much as you can, because without your support, the game won't grow and the game won't be able to have the resource to go out and do these other routes. And that's why I support it as much as I do, and that's why I've supported it from the early days, because I love the game to pieces, and I love that. Like, I don't know Manchester too well, but I don't live too far away from Manchester, and seeing Northern in the game is quite a good thing. But, you know, I see the joy of people having local routes. I've got one of my former local routes in Birmingham Cross City. And, you know, there's some things that are a bit questionable, but the overall idea that I am sat on my sofa, right, talking to over 60-odd people, you know, we're all here sharing our love for a train simulator. And it's a good thing. Sure, there's a few bugs, there's a few issues, but in the grand scheme of things, this is a fantastic game and it's a lot of fun. So if you keep supporting it, genuinely anything could happen. With third parties, more and more third parties coming in, you know, how many have we got now that are doing regular stuff? We've got Just Trains, we've got Rivet, Skyhook, ATS now, TSG, who else? There's obviously All Aboard that are doing something. SimTrack. There's loads of different third parties now. Obviously, you got Dovetail, the main people themselves doing it. You know, there's so many different avenues this game could take for content. And who's the other one? Who's the one? High Iron Simulations. They're doing some American stuff. You know, there is so much potential still yet to come with this game. There's so much that's been untouched that, you know, it will happen one day. Anyway, I'm getting really philosophical. But it goes back to your point that obviously there's some areas, there's some gaps of stuff, but all you've got to do is support the game, and we will see them things eventually. Just look at the walls. I'll make sure to look at the walls. I suggested East Coast Mainline, York to Edinburgh. That would be good. That would be good, but that would just be Doncaster to Peterborough again. I feel like if we was to see any section of the East Coast Main Line, I'd want to see the East Coast Main Line South. Or maybe the Hertford Loop, that could be quite cool. 805s are the best IET. No thank you, don't like the IETs. Hi Richie, can't stay long, I'm going to walk my dog soon, but we'll stay for a little bit. No worries, Volvo. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. This is Manchester Airport, by the way. I've actually been to Manchester Airport, fun little fact. I'll tell you what, we will run around. We'll run around here very, very quickly. Always a quick 5-minute turnaround there, which is quite good actually, I like that. But we'll have a little run round. So, explorable stations is a very big thing with this. I also like this, the LED PIS. That is a really cool feature. And I see a lot of people will say, oh, you oversell routes and whatever else, but I genuinely really like this route. Not saying that I don't like any other routes, but, you know, this route I'm a big fan of because it's familiar. Lifts, they work a treat, a dream, whatever you want to call it. Up we go. All aboard studios so far have dropped a teaser showing pillars in crew stations, so that is something we can expect, as well as their profile cover on social media was a 195 or a 331 shell. I believe they debunked that and said it's actually a TSC product. In fact, I know that because one of the devs is in my Discord server, and they said that it's for TSC. So you can rule out that one. Anyway, you can go through here. Apparently, this is meant to look really nice at night, so we will look at that. Oh, B? Question mark? Where's the B? Oh, there's a B somewhere. But yeah, I've been to Manchester Airport. I flew to Stuttgart from Manchester Airport. You've got some planes over there, very cool, all officially branded. There you go, Airbus. You've also got drifting buses. They've taken it down now. Newcastle to Edinburgh would be good for Express. Maybe Skyhook could make a Northern 158. I think Skyhook should do another UK route, and I think they should, like I say, do one with a Northern 158. They really are missing a trick with that. Or maybe a Transport for Wales route. They could do anything with the 158s. That's the thing. If because it's obviously a third party, they can do all sorts with it. But you know, these super sprinters and whatever, they're just everywhere. So you can do them for any sort of route. This don't work at Stockport though. Well, I'm sure that'll get patched up. So we'll have a little check, but I'm pretty sure they'll get patched up. A little cafeteria in here. Got someone working on some stuff. Any hints? No, they've got Train Sim World 4 on the picture though. That's fine. Anyway, let me catch up to the chat and then we'll go into the Pendolino. Skyhook Hope Valley with a 156. Sorry, I'm back. I was having my supper. No worries. You want Black Forest to City Thames link? Opinion on Transport Fever Free. I've done a whole video on Transport Fever Free if you want to check it out, but I'm looking forward to it. Got 75 people watching. That is insane. Welcome to all 75 of you. This is like one of my most popular streams, so I hope you're all doing absolutely splendid. If you're new here, hi. I'm Richie. I do stuff. And yeah, right, what we're doing next, we're doing a Pendolino. That's fine. 37% of you have said a Pendolino. That is absolutely fine by me. When I went abroad, I flew from EGS. No points for guessing the airport from the code. EGS, is that Edinburgh? I'm not too sure. Why are ScotRail trains at Manchester Airport? So we were just discussing this a little earlier on, but the ScotRail 158 are acting as Northern services when they were transferred. So this is a backdated timetable. The 158s... where is it? Hold on, there you go. Interestingly, it's not showing up with the ScotRail one, but oh well. ScotRail 158s are acting as Northern services because when the 158s were transferred to Northern a couple of years back, they were still in ScotRail livery, operating for a good couple of months. So it is still period accurate. How you doing, Ryan? Hope you're doing well. Hope they had tilting for Transport Fever Free. I'd like to see how far you can drive down the Metrolink tracks. Hold that thought. I tell you what, if you didn't catch Casual's stream yesterday, he tried doing it with a Class 20 at Manchester Piccadilly and it didn't work. How does EGSS turn into London Stansted? What planet does that happen? Like, for example, Birmingham is what? BHX or whatever it is. And you've got Leeds Bradford, that's LBA. You know, how does that work? How you doing, Callum? Hope you're doing well. How you doing, Thomas? Welcome in. Long time no see. 357 would be neat. That's just an electric 170. Casual did this yesterday and it didn't work very well. I'm talking about from Manchester Airport. We'll do something. Anyway, Pendolino. Let's do a Pendolino, and we'll do a very quick service in one of them. In fact, should we go down to Wilmslow? I think so. Yeah, we'll go down to Wilmslow, that's fine. Happy days. I did spad one on them the other day, but it's alright. We'll do that. Metrolink only goes to the edge of Piccadilly Station. Zegov, I don't know what you've just said there, but that's just a lot of letters to me. I'm confused. Right, let's go. Oh, where are we? Are we going to Piccadilly? Oh, happy days. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that. Let it do all the beeps and such. Beep, 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 beep. That'll do all beep. So we've got the lights on. Put the lights on. Cool. Happy days. I'm intentionally not running with safety systems because I don't want to. How you doing, Chronicle? Hope you're doing well. I did see you tag me today in TSWC. I do keep meaning to respond to your tags. You always tag me when I'm just getting to work, so I have to put my phone down. Got 323 there. But how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Spad again gets more viewers. No. You want a Glasgow subway route? See, isn't that a bit awkward? Because a Glasgow subway route would be automated, wouldn't it? Or am I getting that wrong? How you doing, Alexander? Hope you're doing well. Very well, thanks, mate. And yourself? I'm doing very well, thank you. Midway through the week, Thursday tomorrow. 2 days left of the working week, and then the weekend. And then it's the British Grand Prix. The best Grand Prix in the world. Off we go. Pendolino time. I did watch a video earlier. Someone posted, in fact the person might be in the chat. They posted a video and they called it the Pendolino. Like maybe chuckle a little bit. It's nice to have another route to run this on as well. We need some more parts of the West Coast Main Line to run this on. Yeah, as ATO. Okay, I see. Not using safety systems is disgraceful. The reason I don't is because it's really hard to stream. I mean, I could do AWS. I tell you what, we'll do AWS. We'll do it just this once. I try and multitask too much, and I think it usually ends up going horribly wrong. I always forget how to do it in this as well. I feel like I've done that wrong, haven't I? There's another one I've missed somewhere. Not doing DSD. I hate DSD. It upsets me. That's fine. I feel like I'm missing something there. I've definitely missed something there. Well, it's not beeping on me. I mean, that's fine. Oh well, that's fine. Should we just put it into... Oh, that slows it down, doesn't it? Well, it didn't like that. It really didn't like that, did it? Right, well, don't put the reverser off. That don't work. Top right. Hold on. I always forget how to do this. This is why I don't do it, because we waste too much time. It's one of these, and it's one of these silly little switches. There you go. Figured it out. I knew it was something over there. I'll try again. Try again. It's alright. We can sweep the Pendolino. Getting the Glasgow subway would be amazing, but what would you do for the timetable? It'd be a weird timetable because it'd just be circle runs, wouldn't it? Hello, Transport East Anglia. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I always miss it. It's alright. I got it. It's okay. How you doing, Rail Sim USA? Hope you're doing well. New name in the chat. Right, I need to end that and do another one. So, start a new poll. I'm going to put what next? Are we doing any class 150/153 action? Are we doing some class 350 action? Are we doing a bit of class? Oh, well, class. Be quiet. Class 87, or are we doing? No, in fact, we'll just keep it simple. We'll keep it simple. What are we doing next? What do you think of the special V-carb and McLaren livery? I've only seen the McLaren livery, I think. I've not seen the V-carb one. Let me have a little look. Let's have a little look, shall we? Twitter, what are you saying? Have you all seen this stuff about George Russell and Max Verstappen? That's interesting, isn't it? Hold on, McLaren. Oh, it's a Google Chrome related livery. Gotcha. Okay. Where's the images of it? Ah, yeah. Oh, that looks nice actually. That looks sleek. I like it. It's very Vodafone McLaren vibes, isn't it? V-carb. What are V-carbs saying? V-carb. Ooh, oh, is that Mr. Doodle that's made that? It looks like a very Mr. Doodle thing. A bit too quick there as well, aren't we? That's what you see. This is why I don't turn it on, because I'm too busy looking at other stuff. You like to watch UK train sim stuff? Nice. What's your favourite UK route then? Stop messing with the safety system so you are not late. Well, we're approaching into Stockport just on time, so it's alright. Sorry, I don't speak, I'm Southern, I don't speak Northern. You act as if like we don't have electricity up here, we do. I mean, some of it's still being used by coal power stations, but that's fine. What's going on with George Russell and Max? So basically, there's rumours that Max Verstappen's going to Mercedes. I also saw a rumour that George Russell is going to Aston Martin, interestingly. So it's all very weird. TGV, not doing any TGV today. How you doing, Nod? Hope you're doing well. New name in the chat. Well, not a new name in chat. Long time no see. You think Max Verstappen and Russell love each other? Probably. What's your favourite Pendolino special livery? I'm not aware of the different liveries, to be fair. I just know this one, there's a Pride one, and obviously the retro Virgin ones. If I had to choose out of those liveries, I'd say the Virgin livery. What an absolute beautiful livery that was. You think Mac is your new favourite UK route? Yeah, it's up there. It really is. It's on par with Cardiff City. I like it. Next up, can you bring the 25-26 Middlesbrough FC home kit and rate it for us? Cheers. Yeah, I can do that. Don't you worry. How you doing, Pete? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We are driving a Pendolino that I've just tried about 10 minutes trying to turn the safety systems on, but we don't talk about that. We're talking about approaching into Stockport. See, I don't know why. I thought Stockport was a lot further away than Manchester. A lot further away than it is to Manchester. I didn't think it was like 5 miles away. I thought it was closer to Stoke. And this is coming from a man with a geography degree, so yeah. Oh, the Presley Sue, yeah. May she rest. May she rest in a little box. Got 323 over there. Keep going to the end of the platform, go on. Ah, that's fine. Whatever then. I think every hour you can earn up to 75 XP with this new system. I don't think Aston is going to get rid of Alonso now, and also Stroll is not going to fire Stroll. Yeah, but there's talks that Stroll could go to World Endurance Championship, which could be quite cool. Right, Middlesbrough. More like Middlesbrough, innit? 25-26 kit. Let's have a look. The Unibet one, because that looks awful. It looks like the Wales rugby kit. I'm not a fan. I won't lie. Not my cup of tea. I'm the claret and blue sort of variety, me. Safety systems is on. This is easier. Stop playing it until the AWS sound is improved on the 323. I don't think they're too bad on the 323s. 1L14 in the East Midlands train livery is a 6 car. Ooh, okay, we might do that. Let me note that down. 1L14. 1L14. We'll see what time we've got. So 1L14. If we've got some time near the end, we'll have a little look. Let's go. See that little fart then just made? Stroll would be fantastic in something like WEC, I can see that. Yeah, I would like to hope that he'd take one for the team. He needs to take one for the team. My favourite train is a 37 and a 92. I like a 91. Is it a 91? 225s? Love them, beautiful. Thanks for looking, I'm a fan, you know. Yeah, that's fair. If you're a fan of it, that's alright. I think it looks god-awful, but that's my opinion. I'm just not a fan of red. He says, looking at a very red livery on the Transport for Wales stop. We'll give one of them a go if you pick it. Up to 90. I love the Class 37s. Stroll needs to leave. He's quite a bad driver. How you doing, Henry? Hope you're doing well. Richie, Train Simworld, 6 to add headboards. Sure, why not? What platform are you on? We're going to platforms. Oh, no, I'm joking. We're on the PS5 tonight. Mainly, I explained at the start of the stream, but basically, it's hot in this house, and the PC's upstairs, and heat rises, so it's very warm and sweaty in there. I also like to just sit down on the sofa and play it in the living room. It's just nice. Also, Shan's on the phone to her mate, so she'll probably be screaming a lot because they'll watch TikToks. And then also, just to showcase what it looks like on the PlayStation. I think they should add another route in the south, like London Waterloo to Portsmouth. I think if I was to put any money down on what the core routes would be for the next Train Sim World summer release thing, I would say it'd be something south. Was it Southwestern? Whatever the one that everyone keeps asking for, Southwestern Railway. Close your eyes as we go for the pile of poo. There you go. Yeah, so you know, I think everyone's requested it, and I would love to see it because it's what the community wants, something Southwestern Railway related. So hopefully that's what we see. But that's what I would say if I could choose. Well, not if I could choose, but you know, for what would be the best sort of option, I'd say. You're an advocate for a Southampton route. As long as they model the IKEA near the station, that's fine. Stroll is better than all of us. I think if you put me in an F1 car, I'd be well sick. Mainly because of the motion sickness. Anyway, that's not a funny joke. Do you find the AWS sound quite quiet on the 323s? A little bit, yeah. I have noticed that it's quieter than what it used to be. But the actual sound itself isn't too much of an issue. I like the 185 is the best. You want easily to pool. On the next route / video, can you do a 150? Yeah, if it gets voted for. There's a poll in the chat, so put your vote in and happy days. I hope the core route for Train Sim World 6, if it exists, the Riviera line would be the Riviera line Exeter to Plymouth with a Paignton branch. That could be quite cool. I mean, I suppose that's viable, isn't it? But yeah, that could be quite cool. What other sort of routes in that sort of area could we have? Because would that have Southwestern stuff on it? It's not electrified that far south, so I don't think that'd happen. I think I'd definitely say it'd be something Southwestern Railway related. Why not 745s in Train Sim World? Train Sim World 6 doesn't even exist, so I don't even know what we're talking about it. I think you mean Franz Hermann. Someone called Nikita Mazepin could be watching, and Stroll would be better than all of us. Ah, Mazepin. Mazespin? No GWR or cross country. Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, obviously cross country would be. Is that quite significant in that sort of part? I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? So yeah, that would be a bit poo. I think South Western Railway would be a good shout. Something, maybe even something else southern, maybe like West Coast Way. That could be a shout. SWR have the 159s that run Exeter and St David's, but they won't be drivable. On a Welsh route going through that place with a long town name. That's the other one I'd like to. So, from a personal standpoint, I'd want to see North Wales coastline. I really would, or maybe like South Wales coastline, something like that. I think those couple of routes, because we've already got a Welsh route now. I feel like expanding on the Welsh network of routes could be really cool. There's a great parody of Rasputin. It's Mazepin. Mazepin. Well, look at that. We're racing a 3-2-3 into Piccadilly. Come back here, you little sod. That's quite cool, that, actually. This is like London Victoria, but of the north. I would advocate for either a Wessex Main Line Southampton to Salisbury, which has a loop and is run by 158s, or I said Eastleigh to Poole. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's well cool. There you go. You got the 158s. Very cool. It's a good little service, this. Greater Anglia would be cool. I think Transport East Anglia probably feels the same. Can you drive a Class 37? Not on this route, no. You'd want to see older trains like a 4 VEP or a 4 HAP. There should be a North Wales coastline from Holyhead to Crewe and extend Manchester Airport Commuter, and then there would be a route hopping points. You'd want to see Glasgow Central to Edinburgh Waverley. I suppose you've got Edinburgh Waverley to Queen Street, that's close enough. There's an entire compilation of all Mazda spins in F1 in 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Sorry, I have not been here for a while. No worries, British Rail fan. Hope you're doing well. I fully understand that people have got lives and such, so yeah, it's alright. Now that's what I call a running service into Manchester Piccadilly. Yeah, I know, it's cool. It's really cool. It's nice and busy. Now we just need some more northern stock and it'd be happy days. Yeah, again, Sarah / Henry. I just don't see all that. I don't think that's viable because there's no license for it, and I think it's pretty well known that there's no license for it. So I think, like, at this point, any route that would need them, or if they're key to the route, just not going to happen. This is why I think it would be either Wales or Southwestern or something like that. It makes sense. But it could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. We don't even know. We could be speculating about something that doesn't even exist. Could be another northern route. Who knows? Maybe the reason why hold on, this could be getting your tinfoil hats on. Maybe the reason why we don't have any new northern stock for this is because something else might be being worked on. You could spend your days speculating, but we'd never know. And although I'm an ambassador, I don't know either. What I find quite interesting, and I kind of like it actually, is the fact that, like, when they announce release dates and stuff, we find that out the same time as you, in most cases. So, like, when we all find out, we can all get excited at the same time. Anyway, I'll go very quickly pop to the toilet, and then we'll do a 150 service because that is what is winning. So, I will be right back. No, I won't. I'll turn that beeping off because that'll be annoying. It did this to Tintin yesterday. Happy days. Cool. Right, let me do that. Let you watch the Pendolinis. And yeah, I will be right back. No, I'll let you watch them too. Right, be right back. Hello, I'm back. Right then, what we're saying. Let me catch up with chat and then we'll jump into another service. So you're currently doing a 323 run. Awesome. Hell of a good base game route would be Stourbridge Town to Stourbridge Junction. We'll have to wait and see the future update on Train Sim 5. Going back to Riviera Line, cross-country voyages, I would say they are key to the route. But GWR would carry most of the route. Yeah, so it just wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't be viable. So, got 323 coming in there. So, you could speculate all day about all sorts of different routes. You know, a lot of things make sense. You know, like, for example, a Class 185 Trans-Pennine Express, that would be cool. You know, there could be all sorts of different stuff. There's things that I want, there's things that you want, there's things that other people want. So there's all sorts of places. I think there's enough stock now that they could go pretty much anywhere and it would be quite busy. I don't feel like there is a lot, you know, there is lots of parts of the country. I mean, some parts wouldn't be very good. Maybe another Scottish route, that could be quite nice. But I think maybe a Welsh route or something like that could be a good shout. Anyway, let's do, talking of Welsh routes, let's do a bit of a Welsh running, shall we? We need some SWR or SWT stock. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I think would be could be the option. But who knows? Who knows what's coming? I also say that as well because it's just coming to, is it GBR, whatever they call it? So Great British Railways. So it just makes sense. We need another London Underground route. I don't think London Underground would be a core route. I can say that with confidence it wouldn't be, because I don't think... Right, okay, hold on. Before we jump into that, what are we saying? Class 150 or 153? Do you want to go north or do you want to go south? If you want to go north, it's 150. If you want to go south, it's 153. And then, after that, we're going to do... what next? Do you want to do class 87? Do you want to do a class 350, or do you want to do a class 158 EMT? I'm just going to say the first one that comes up. 153, happy days. That's fine by me. We'll do that one, and we'll go to Carmarthen, I think. Twilmslow. Oh! That's a Manchester Airport service. That could be quite interesting. Yeah. Alright. We'll do that. So that's actually a northbound service, but is what it is. Is there a few that go to Manchester Airport? There is. Ooh. Chester to Manchester Airport. That could be quite cool. I think that one's a good shout, you know. Oh, that's too early in the morning, actually. We'll do that one. Can we do the Sunday timetable? No, because there's some freight that needs to be on that line, and I can't see the 66s, so I'm not too sure why I've not got that in there. So I don't feel like we're doing it full justice. Rightio then. So what have we got here? We've got 153, 153, 153, 150. Lovely. Where's my stuff? It's a bit of a difference, isn't it, to Cardiff? Tell you what, should we turn some safety systems on as well? We might as well. We've started it, so we might as well finish it. Why does typing look like someone's drowning? I don't know. What would you happen to know how to get an Avanti Pendolino to Glasgow Central? I've got the Pendolino pack in Cathcart route, but I can't seem to get it working. If you're thinking of playing it as a like, it doesn't have playable services, so in a lot of routes it comes in as AI. So it's actually AI on. So you will see it, you just can't drive it. On Glasgow Central, and you'll also see it, I believe, at Edinburgh Waverley if you've got the Sprinter, if you've got the Class 158 Sprinter, ScotRail one. Did I drink all my coffee? I did. Actually, have you got, Lilith, have you got the Class 380 DLC? Because you'll also need that to get the new timetable, which has the 390 in it. Wish we had more of TL. Thameslink. Oh, actually, do you know what? That's a shout, you know. I didn't even think about that, Thameslink. Because that could be viable. Maybe Hertford Loop, possibly. Thameslink Core, that'd be cool. Because that'd be like a new sort of thing. That could be like a new feature, couldn't it? Like a new, what's it, ETCS? That'd be nice. You want a Deltic? A lot of people want a Deltic. Class 50, that, isn't it? Or a 55, one of the two. Let's go. Where's my train gone? It's down here somewhere. There it is. Oh, ain't these beautiful? These are stunning. What an interesting service as well. East Didsbury, what a random place to stop. Collyhurst Hotel. Oh, that's fancy, isn't it? ATO in the core section. There you go. Deltics on West Somerset Railway. Class 55, there you go. Deltics 55, 50s are Hoovers. No, I know. Thank you. No, I know now. I know. Right, got you. Okay, yeah. So if you get the Class 380 DLC, you will see the Pendolinos. You'll see the one. You'll see. So if you get the Class 380 DLC, you'll see an updated timetable, which will have all sorts of stuff in it. We will pass Hill Green again, so make sure to go inside the station building and look at the walls. Okay. We could try and get onto the Metro Link line at East Didsbury too. We will do that. We will have a little look at what we can spawn in. I'm going to do that towards the end of the stream because when I've done free roam stuff on the PlayStation, it is prone to crashing. So we will do that towards the end. Technically, we don't have anything that is Thameslink and Trains World because you're on the Southeastern network. That could be, yeah. That could, I could see that being a thing. Maybe like Midland Main Line South or something. That could be quite cool. The Stripy Scarf guy, what a username! I'm really excited. I'm very excited to get this through. And Cheadle. Is that how you say it? Cheadle and Stockport are both my local train stations. Can we please see them as I've just joined? Yeah, we certainly can do. We did actually do a service from Cheadle Hulme, I think it is, through Stockport and whatever else. So if we don't get a chance to do it tonight, feel free to go back into the stream after the fact and then have a little look at a 350 there. Look at that. But yeah, we'll have a little look. I'm not too sure what else we haven't run yet. So we'll probably do we'll see what we've got time for. We might do a 158 EMT service if it wins. Little poll going if you want to vote in that. We'll certainly do something. What route is this? This is the Manchester Airport Commuter route. It's just released yesterday. For your full details, it comes with a Class 323 and a Class 66. It has, if you've got all the layers, which includes the 350, the 390, the 150, the 153. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and the 158. You get up to 600. Well, you get technically 900 services. A lot of them being the weekday timetable, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's £24.99, but if you own the Glossop line, you get a 20% discount on it until the 15th of July. It's a good bit of fun, and it's also made by Alan Thompson Simulation, who is very well known for making TSC stuff. Can we see the full route map? Yes, we will have. In fact, we'll have a quick little look now. There you go. There's the route map. So it starts up here at Manchester Piccadilly. That goes down towards Glossop. That's a depot. Then you go down here towards Manchester Airport, which is here, and then Alderley Edge is down here somewhere. Crewe would be down here if it went down there. This is Cheadle. This is Stockport. So it's not a nice big circular route, which is quite fun. The 350 doesn't run on lines near Manchester, or am I incorrect? So the 350 is acting as Transpennine Express because the timetable for this is set. It's backdated a little bit just to make use of most of the stock. So the 350 is acting as Transpennine Express in the livery that when they were transferred, either when they were transferred to or being transferred from, they were in an unbranded LNWR livery. So that is actually quite realistic. There is images of it online. It kind of breaks the immersion a little bit because obviously you've got a ScotRail 158 and stuff like that. It does look weird, don't get me wrong, but it's relatively accurate for the time when the different liveries were running in different places. A Thameslink expansion would be nice. If you include the core, we can add more parts onto the Thameslink network, e.g. Charing Cross and more. Xbox, no, this is on the PlayStation. It is on the Xbox, yes. So this is Gen 9 only. So PS5 and Xbox Series X, I think, is that what they call it? We didn't check Hill Green. Sorry. I'll tell you what. Remind me after this. We'll jump into Hill Green, just on foot. I think a fun route would be the Festiniog narrow gauge railway. Yes, or another one would be the Tallaght narrow gauge railway. I would be a big advocate for that because I worked on that for a period of time. Hello, Craig. How you doing? New name in the chat if you're doing well. I say new name in the chat, I know exactly who you are. My head still hurts. You'll like this once we stop. It's a Wales train, this. Is this new train that you're in now included with the route? This is a layer. Not bad, mate. You, I'm all right. I'm doing better than what I was doing the other day. What about the Devil Bridge Railway? That could be Quite cool. What near Aberystwyth? I don't understand why it ends at Alderley Edge. So, the reason it ends at Alderley Edge is because, basically, ATS are a new third party to Train Sim World. They were doing stuff on Train Sim Classic, and when they were building the route, they were obviously getting their head around a few things, and obviously it took them a lot of time to get onto their feet with making the route. So they said that because of how long it took them almost 2 years to make this route, so it would have took another year to go down to Crewe. So they were just kind of doing what they could do with their expertise. It's why there's also no new stock with this as well. There you go, look. This is a nice Transport for Wales train. There you go, look. What part of Wales is this? No, this is Manchester. So in reality, you've got Transport for Wales stock that do Cardiff to Manchester Piccadilly, and that's what these are doing. But to get this, there's a route in Cardiff. It's like a Cardiff City. It's called Cardiff City Network. It's in and around Cardiff, which comes with this and this one on the back as well. Hold on, where is it? There you go. Class 150. But the actual route is a northern route. There you go. A fun route would be the Icelandic Railway Network, a whopping 10.66 metres of route. That, and then also the Stourbridge Junction line. Personally, I would love to see either a Glasgow to London Euston route that you can drive on North Wales Transport for Wales services. Glasgow to London Euston wouldn't happen as one big route. It would just take far too long to develop. Also, you've got like 2 key parts of the West Coast Main Line already existing, so it kind of need to be an add-on. A lot of people keep saying, why can't we have longer routes? They'd just be absolutely massive, and they just wouldn't run. Why is there a third party working with them? Is it to make more detailed? Is it to make it more detailed and make the game better? It's the first time I'm hearing of it. So third parties that come in, they make obviously stuff that they kind of know. So third party. So for example, there's ATS who are new. There's the likes of Rivet who have made a lot of Scottish, and they make Swiss stuff as well. You got TSG, Train Sim Germany. They make German stuff. Skyhook, which make all sorts of random bits, but they're mainly focused on Midland Main Line. You've got, who's the other one? Who am I forgetting? Just Trains. They do a lot of 80s era north-western routes. Well, they've only done 2, so that's what they do. And people do different things. You've asked a question in TSW chat regarding Thameslink. Hold on a minute then. Hold on a second. Crave, welcome to the Discord server. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. What's Jadu said then? He's always saying stuff, him. If Thameslink was to get extended, where would you want it to get extended to and why? No idea. I don't know the Thameslink network too much. I'd maybe like to see on the Brighton Main Line. That'd be cool. What is this consist? It's a nuts consist. That's what that is. Stourbridge Junction line would be a dream come true. Yeah, it'd be 400 miles. Be insane. Can you go on the East Coast Main Line? We're not going to be going on any other routes today. This is a route-specific stream, so we're just going to stay on Manchester Airport Commuter. That's what we tend to do here. But we will do some East Coast Main Line and Midland Main Line stuff in the future, don't you worry. Got ya. Yeah, so there is a Welsh route. There is, there's only the one Welsh route that only came a few months ago. But it looks nice, doesn't it? It's very nice. Sounds beautiful. You'd also like the entire Trans-Siberian Railway for a euro. Would a 323 plus a 153 work? Might do. Have a look. No, it's a different coupler. It wouldn't work. I don't think, anyway. So Aberystwyth to Shrewsbury isn't here. No, not yet. Anyway, who knows? It's one route I'd like to see. Probably not Shrewsbury to Aberystwyth, but maybe like Machynlleth and the Cambrian coastline to Pwllheli. That would be a sick route. That would be awesome. There's only like certain segments of the country in this. Entire US and Canadian railway network for 50 cents. Could you imagine? My PC was crashing out earlier, so I did the same. Went in for a crash out, then hit my PC, and PC was damaged. So now I have to spend 200 quid on repairs, so I can't play at the minute. But looking forward to playing it. Well, why would you smash your PC? That's a silly thing to do, isn't it? London to Bedford is a must. AMT HST plus a chance for the 222. 222 when, please. I'm so glad that we're getting more of the UK though in game. I hope eventually you get every single part of it. I agree with you. Give me some more Welsh stuff. Give me some more Northern stuff. Give me some more Scottish stuff as well. I'd be a happy man. What is it, no 397s? Did I hate them or something? No, it's not that they hate them. So the thing is with this is that, like I keep saying, it's a third party, and the third party, they said that they don't have. They've made trains in TSC, but the way that trains are made for Train Sim World, I think they're made in like Blender or whatever they use. They don't have anyone within there because the third party is like 2 or 3 people, and they don't actually have the expertise to make a train. So they built this route with the idea of bringing the 323s into it. But if they ever do have the expertise to bring in another piece of rolling stock or whatever, then they would bring it in. They have talked about that. But it's not that I hate it. Just the development. So usually with a route, if it's Dovetail themselves making the route, usually I think from what gets mentioned in like preview streams and in roadmaps and whatever, it takes about a year to make a route. Half of that time is making the loco itself, the included loco, because believe it or not, these trains don't take 2 minutes to build. They take a long time, a very long time. I really want a route including Cheltenham Spa and Worcester stations. I'd love to see that. Roblox event The Hunt, it's not even out yet, but the game's got 26,000 dislikes. Why do people hate it so much? I want to see some French routes. Yeah, I'd like to see some French routes as well. I've obviously got TGV, but it's not exactly a great route, is it? So yeah, I'd like to see some more stuff. Do you know if the West Coast Main Line Preston to Carlisle has class 390s laid in? No, because it's an older route. So obviously periods are a big thing as well. So the West Coast Main Line Preston Carlisle is set in 1986, hence why it's all BR Blue stuff. But the Pendolinos didn't exist in 1986, so it's not in the timetable. I think there might be a mod though that brings it in with like a new modern timetable. I feel like I missed a comment somewhere. Bear with me. I'll have a little look afterwards, JDo. Is there any Liverpool routes? There is, but it's not modern day. So, like I said, there's different time periods. There is it's Crewe to Liverpool Lime Street. It's a steam route. It's set in 1958. And it goes into Liverpool Lime Street, but obviously you've got to bear in mind it's, set 50, 60 years ago, so it doesn't look anything like it looks like nowadays. But yes, there is a Liverpool route. It goes via Runcorn, I believe. What are your thoughts on Transport Fever 3? I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on it. I've applied for the closed beta. I've not heard anything though. The ATS team is probably learning to make a train as we speak. Probably. It's like they've probably built this, and similar with like Midland Main Line and like Mild Main Line and stuff. This could be built on. This could be their baby for the next few years. Like look at Midland Main Line when that first released. Didn't have a great timetable. It didn't have great route features, but over time they built it up and they've improved it. They've not extended it or anything. There's no plans to, but they've built it up and improved it. So ATS could like build on this. So this is your base. Let's say hypothetically they could do a Crewe extension. They could bring in some northern stock. They could bring in 185s or whatever else. They could build on it if they really wanted to, because they've got the base thing for them to work on, which would be a smart move, really, because to do that all would be, one, very expensive, and two, would be very long. So if they was to do it in phases, which most things nowadays, not train sim world, but like buildings and stuff that are built in like phases and stuff. So, you know, give them a chance, they could make this route bigger and better and keep extending it. So, you know, watch this space, let's see what happens. The Hamburg U1 route on TSC is so good. Is that the one that's on sale at the minute? I think it is, isn't it? Modern Liverpool Lime Street would be awesome, it would be. My new video is out today. Ah, nice one. How you doing, Inquisitive Goose? Hope you're doing well. Can we just appreciate that we've got almost 70 viewers? We've had like, what, 75, 76 people watching, which is absolutely insane for one of my streams. Normally we average around 25 to 30, so thank you everyone for coming in, and much appreciate it. And if anyone here is new, feel free to drop a subscribe. Obviously, I'm not the most knowledgeable on trains, but I like to have a lot of fun and cause chaos. As you can probably hear my missus screaming upstairs as she's watching TikToks. I will go and tell her off in a minute, tell her to be quiet. Hill Green time, yes. I'll have a look at the Discord after signs, because I'm struggling to focus. Hope in the future we can get different parts and connect them all up in the game. Yeah, that would be cool. Let me shut the door, because she's been very loud. How do you have a leaderboard on your channel? I don't know, it just randomly started doing it. I'm not too sure why though. Frankfurt U-Bahn is also on sale, like 16 quid. We have 41 likes and 71 people watching right now. Awesome. I've been in old streams where we've struggled to get to more than 20. This is crazy. It's nuts, isn't it? It is mad how much it's growing, honestly. I really appreciate it. And it's all down to you all sharing, it really is. He says there's a Texas wiggle water. There you go, it's a new YouTube feature. I've been in streams when it's been like less than 10. Yeah, my first ever stream had about 7 people in. And that was myself. One of them was myself, so technically 6. Right, so we're going to jump in on foot. We're going to jump in there. Healed green. Hamburg U1 is 47 stations. That's insane. Not the dart on the wheel, no. I mean, the first stream that no longer exists. Yeah, because it got like 50 views. And I thought, you know what? We'll try that again. Right, healed green. Oh, you can run around quite a lot around here, can't you? Coming up here. So, one thing I absolutely love with this, and this is such a stupid little thing, but a lot of the... How do I put this? A lot of the UK routes don't have great road markings, and I know that's silly because you're playing a train game, you're focusing on the tracks, but this, things like double yellow lines, there's traffic lights, there's giveaway lines, there's like direction arrows, there's disabled spots, like that little bit of detail makes it seem more realistic, and I absolutely love that, and I do feel like a lot of routes lack that. So this is one thing I especially like with this route. Anyway, the walls. CCTV, is that what you've made me come here for? CCTV. Level access. That's fine. Can you go for the gate? You can't go for... Well, that's a daft thing to do, isn't it? You can't go for the gate. Alright, that's fine. I can hear something go for... Oh, there's a plane somewhere. Oh, whoa, look at that. That's cool. Right, walls. What am I looking at? Look at the walls inside the station building. Okay, how do we get in? It's PIS board. Hey, okay. Right, the walls. What am I looking at? That's a thing, isn't it? Is it this? Is that meant to be a collectible that you can't collect? Oh. Ah. Is that what you've spotted? Interesting. Is that what I think it is? And if so, Oh, okay. We'll move on from that. What are you doing? Why are you doing a lamp stroll? You keep running into walls. Why not? Why not? Eh? We love running into walls. The detail is immense. Like, even the tactile paving is just absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's go into a Class 87. Get on the 323. Yeah, that's interesting. I've not spotted that before. I just got Long Island Railroad is actually quite a nice network once you get used to the safety system. Yeah, and also if you've got the M3 DLC, that's got no safety system, so you can bypass it. I've been subbed for a while, and I think this is the third or fourth time I've watched you. I understand you're trying to justify the traffic, but there's a roundabout outside the airport where cars go really fast around it. Yeah, that's not great. And they noticed that on the preview video, didn't they? This chat. Todd Free, just let him do what he's just highlighting things in the Discord. In fact, I'm going to have a look at it because why not? We've had someone join, 2 people join. So Sarah Mods, how you doing? And PB Pablette, is that how you say your name? I think so. I hope so. What's Jadu saying? He's saying something somewhere. If you right, oh no, not Richie. Right, if you were to add anything to Train Sim World, what would it be and why? I don't. Do you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. More American routes, I think. I would definitely like to see a lot more American routes. That'd be nice. Right. Oh, it's close between the 350, the 158, and the 87. But we're going to do the 87. Why not, eh? We've done a bit of everything. I've just kicked over my water bottle as well. 87 time. So, which one do we do it in? Weathered. Why not? But no, we won't. We'll do it in the standard. I think everyone's done that service, haven't they? So we'll go into Piccadilly. I think everyone's done the service down. We'll go up. We'll go up. Why not? It's not really how you pronounce it, but it's Spanish. I'm sorry. How do I pronounce it? Try and Englishify it for me, and I'll try my best. Is it Pablette? That's more French, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. This could be a good service, you know. Right, let's put that into there. Put that into there. Happy days. Need to do, yeah, that stuff. And there's like a little thingy around here somewhere, isn't there? Okay. Right, let me just turn that down a little bit because that's a little bit loud. There you go. Release the brakes. Cool. That should be all good to go. Hey, it's just PB, but you nailed the rest. Okay. PB Pablette. Okay. A bit like, it's meant to be a bit like Pablo. How you doing, Zenith? Hope you're doing well. Rob it. Can you go in the outside view once you finish in the cab? Yeah, there you go. Oh, headlights. Hold on. No, wait a minute. Let me put the headlights on. How'd you do that now? Oh, we're in there. Markers. No, that's not right, is it? No. Headlight. Turn your markers off, I think. Do you have your markers off? Yeah? Is that right? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Marker left. Where's the marker right then? Ah! There's the ticket. Right, happy days. Right, let me just speed up and then I'll have a little look. Let's go. As long as you got to the yellow, it's alright. you go. Here it is. There you go. Here it is. It looks very nice. I quite like that we've got a rail tour on it. One thing I would have liked to have seen is maybe a steam rail tour. You're going to go for a bit, make sure to check Train Sim World Chat and Train Sim Classic Chat if you want to know what to put. The reason I haven't said it here is because I don't want to clog up the chat. No worries, thank you for coming in. Take some time to set off to Class 87, yeah. It's alright though, once you figure out it's all good. I do like the game. The game looks more detailed, especially with games that look so realistic now. It does look absolutely fantastic. They do a good job with it. Especially with all this, it looks really nice, this. I'm a big fan of this here. Are we still getting the Class 87 rail tour for the West Coast Main Line South? I do believe they were bringing it in, but I think for performance they haven't brought it in. I don't know if they're still working on it though. Is it electric or diesel? Well, considering it's got a pantograph, I think it's battery powered. Or it might be hydrogen powered, I think, actually. Or it might run on water. I'm not sure. Can someone confirm in the chat, please? A Mark III DVT would be good for a modern 87 rail tour. It's third rail. Oh, see, I tried going with that theme, but yeah, that's funnier than mine. It's a very dark river, that, isn't it? That's a bit. That's Manchester for you. Polluted rivers happens all the time. It's why they all speak funny. Anyway, right, we don't talk about that. Might be air powered. Hello, Great Eastern, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. First time I drove the 350, I struggled getting the coat hanger up. It's fourth rail, actually. Good driving, I'm certainly trying. You've not spadded in a bit, don't say that, 'cause it'll happen. Richie, is it the 15th rail and powered by high ticket prices? It is indeed. High ticket prices, yeah. Isn't it solar powered? Even better, the locomotive does absolutely nothing. It's the coaches that did attractive effort. It's actually being pushed by me at the back. This is quite a cool little route. So there you go. That's the way up to Manchester Airport. This is quite cool, actually, the fact that it's not on the main line. This is going the other way. So yeah, that way is towards the airport. This is very cool. I like this service. Yeah, there you go. That's where you'd emerge from the airport. This is Hill Green. No, it's pushed by the marshals. You can get away without paying fares. They hardly check tickets anyway. Not on rail tours, I don't. See, this is the only downside. Oh, whoa! Look at that. You've got an 87 rail tour, and you've got a bit of planes as well. Look at that. That is splendid. That is so cool. That is a good part of the route. What have we just passed there? A 324. There you go. I'm joking, it's 323. The trains were also powered by DRS. Something like that. Is it pulled by an F1 car by any chance? Yeah, why not? Can't wait to see what else ATS have up their sleeve. Perhaps some stuff already shown in TSC. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, that like they could go down a similar route like Skyhook have and expand on this. So like not just route wise, but like stock wise as well. Like so with like the cargo line packs, they could bring in stuff that would be on this route. I think that would be really, really cool. So, you know, this is their sort of starter thing. Same with like Johannes with the Marblemay line. He's done like the main bit, so obviously he's going to he's extending it down to, is it Richmond? You know, then maybe he might consider doing it down to Clapham and all sorts of stuff. So it could be built on this. You know, they could bring in the 185 if they wanted to. They could also bring in all sorts of stuff, because it's one of them sorts of things, like if they was to bring in maybe like a 331 DLC, that could be quite nice. Who knows? Who knows what they could bring in? What would be quite cool, if they were going to bring a loco add-on to this, I feel like, in my opinion, the best, they could do a bundle of a for northern stuff. They could do like a 195 331 bundle, which could be really cool, because they're basically the same thing, but one's diesel, one's electric. But they're the same shell, essentially. And I think, theoretically, they are pretty much identical inside and out, other than one's, obviously, they're powered differently. Anyway, what could be quite cool is, like, similar to, like, you know, the Rail Tour pack, the E94 Rail Tour pack. They could bring, like, a pack like that, like a big loco pack to this. It'd be really nice. Would like to see a 334 at Tracing World at some point. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's one I'd vote for. You leaving? No worries, Henry. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciate it. Sorry, I missed your comment. What's your favourite sounds on a train? The horn. Wonder why they didn't order the 195 buy mode. Order? Do you mean make it? If we do get a 195 or a 331, could open up the opportunity for a modernised Blackpool branches. Ooh, now you're talking. But just because a route exists in a certain time period doesn't mean it needs a modern version. Same as Great Western Express, for example, really didn't need an 80s version. But hey ho, you didn't hear that from me. What, are you saying they are buy mode, or they should have made them buy mode? I suppose that would have saved a bit of time, wouldn't it? I'm away from Friday for a week, so you will not see me in next Wednesday's stream if you do one. No worries, random username. Where you off somewhere nice, or you got something going on? Oh yeah, point sounds good. I agree with that. Just had a new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new subscriber. Hope you're doing well. Means we're very close to 4.2k, which is absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, they should have made them. Some routes they run are mostly electrified. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, be quiet. It's going to try and spad us. Yeah, enjoy your holiday. Like I say, where you going? Are you going anywhere nice? If they ran London to Bristol, like if they ran London to Bristol on HST instead of IET, it just don't make much sense. There's a lot more potential and playability on Blackpool branches, so having both areas would give a selection to the diverse player base. True. I had non-experience. I saw someone who looks like you in Cardiff in December, and it's really puzzling me. Well, it weren't me. I weren't in Cardiff in December. If you ever do think you see me, though, this is going to act like I'm acting famous or something, but if you ever do see me, like, in public anywhere, come up and say hi. I can sign an autograph, I could take a photo, I'm joking. Tears to be chat has been taken over by sheep. You're going on holiday on Sunday from Birmingham to... Oh, you're going to Greece. Ah, nice. Shan's mum went there last year. It was really nice. You know what you also need to get prepared for? Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of four. Imagine a Tinyware Metro DLC. That'd be cool. So much to do with this route. You can even guard all the trains. Yeah, I've not even realised that. You can guard the trains. So, oh, that was a flash. You see that? And that was weird. Yeah, so obviously if you want to do guard mode, you can do guard mode on all the services. At least they don't land hard like Ryanair. You like Jess Glynn. I like the one that she did with Clean Bandit. Was it if you gave me a chance, I will take it. Do be do 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 do. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No 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 no. That one. I like that one. I'm in a Tornado 992 video. I won't say which one, but I'm in one. Are you in one of them when he tells you to shut up? Because he said there's a few. In a few of them, he says, "Ah, there's a parrot on my shoulder." I saw a TikTok with someone where a crash helmet was on a Ryanair flight. I won't talk about hard landings because, anyway, we'll move on swiftly from that. Good grief! You've come in just as I start singing. It's never good. Todd's right, this guy could just hype it up here, but he redirects everyone to Discord. What? Me? What have I done? Sorry, have I missed something here? I feel like I've missed something vital here. I'm confused. You're off to Italy yourself? Oh, nice. What's the Italian theme? What's the do 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 do. That's it, innit? Rather was a good tune, yeah. Hope you're not too late. You're only about 2 hours late. That's fine. No, not me. Okay, that's fine. Love the weather in Greece. Yeah, my cousin's currently in Turkey. That's somewhere I'd rather be. There's someone outside with a Ferrari jacket on. But I'll get me taste of the sun a little later on this year in sunny Lanzarote. I'm off to Wisbech. It's better than Greece and Italy combined. Where's that? Is this your last run? No, we're going to do a 350 run, I think. And then we might, if we've got time, do a very, very quick 158 EMT run. Did I ever tell you that I'm off on a year abroad next year? I think you did mention it, yeah. Can't remember where you said you're going now. You're going to Ireland, that's a lot better than Greece and Turkey. There's a protest to get sheep chat in your Discord. It's always going crazy when I'm streaming. I tell you something, I've really, really enjoyed that 87 run. With the way that the sun's setting and the way that the route looks in the evening, that is absolutely splendid. I'm happy with that. I'm also thinking of doing the 350 at night. Because, why not? Don't matter if it's emergency, it's alright. Happy days. You playing a bit of Train Sim World yourself? Nice. It's currently a sheep revolution. Looks amazing. Shame I still have no EMT 158 on Epic Games. You should do. We'll do. I'll DM you. Would not want to admit it publicly. That's fine. Pop it in mod chat. It's around Wisbeach, and it's a 30-minute bus ride from me, and it's in Cambridgeshire. And I see. Drawing a class 323. Nice. Oh, haha, she laughed. Oh, just had a couple of new subscribers. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the RichyRail train. We've also got 50 likes. Much appreciate that. Hitting some mad milestones today. 60 odd people watching as well. That is absolutely insane. Now, Chocky, the thing is, I'm tempted. I've been tempted to lock usernames so people can't change them to anything random. There was a username I saw the other day that I weren't too impressed with. So I might have to change that. So don't abuse it. You accidentally do emergency brake after pressing too hard on the throttle. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. It's a standard stop for me. I would love to see some cross-country voyages from Manchester. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and it's just licensing's just not there, as far as I'm aware, anyway. So it'd be cool. Don't get me wrong. Oh, my laptop's going to die as well. That's fine. Let me just stand up. Oh God, it's hard to stand up nowadays. It's very. It doesn't help that my sofa's so low down. We need to get a new sofa. It's about 10 years old. This one. I've got a bum print in it. It's great. I slot in absolutely fine. I'm like a jigsaw piece, but there we go. Roll in. Happy days. Let's jump into a class 350. There's an American geezer that I watch that does some train sim content, and he calls all the UK trains like an actual number. So he calls it 158, 150, 153, 390. It's weird. We'll do. We'll go into Manchester Airport, I think. What have we got? Let's have a look. What's that one? We'll do that one, it's fine. Do a bit of nighttime running, shall we? What we're thinking? If anyone in chat has ever been to Wendy's, you should have a go and try it. What football team do you support? Aston Villa. What's your opinion on this route? It keeps crashing for me between Manchester and Stockport. That's one thing I've not experienced, is too many crashes. There was a lot of crashes with the preview stream, wasn't there? But I've not had anything. Should I buy Train Sim World 4 or Train Sim World 5? Number 5. Right. Nighttime. Nighttime. Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. What are you doing? Playing a bit of nighttime, daytime. There you go. Looks nice here, doesn't it? Very nice. Apparently the skywalk's really nice at night, so... Right, and whilst we wait for 3 minutes, I'm going to very quickly pop to the toilet as well, so I'll be right back. Right, I am back. So someone said that I need to raise the pantograph. How do you do that? I have no idea how to do that. Should be right, I think. Seems to be making power all good. Catch you later, Nod. Hope you're doing well. Something that is bugging me in the minute is the 801 buzzer. Can you read my last message? Are you okay just to post it again? I know. I'm going on a rail tour, the Western Wanderer Intercity with a 40, 45, 52 and 55. Nice. Has it got no power? Oh, yeah. Hold AC behind you. Where is it? Hold on. How long for? That's sufficient. Hello? Is that working? Why is it not working? Anything else? Just turn the pantograph switch to the left. I don't actually know how to do this. It's like a cold start, this, isn't it? Yellow switch in front of you to the left. Well, that's not worked, has it? Oh, it has. There you go. Right, we're moving. We're going. Happy days. Happy days. We're moving. Hi, Richie. How are you finding this through? I think it's great, to be honest, but probably slight bias as I'm quite local to this. Yeah, it's a good route. I quite like it. It's a lot of fun. It's very dark, isn't it? Very dark around here. Can't see much. We need to turn a cab light on. How do you turn the cab light on? I should have done that at Piccadilly probably. But oh well, it's alright. We can bear with it for now. How much longer are you streaming for? We're going to do this run and then we're going to do 158, I think. TJ calling me a yellow knob, that's not very nice. At least I fixed the lights. Is there no cab light? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to turn the cab light on. It'll be somewhere, won't it? Cab equipment lights. Yeah? Well, they're on. It'll be some. There's loads of different buttons here. I'm confused. Just a 158 somewhere. Cab lights. Cab light. Where is it? I'm on PlayStation. I don't have any keyboard commands. Otherwise, I would press L. That'd be easier. Very, very dark. Very dark. Am I glitched out of bounds on Subway Sim 2? Oh, you glitched out of bounds on Subway Sim 2. It's a knob next to the train lights. Alright, is it? Yeah, I've done that one. I very much beg. I ask you something very important. What? What do you want to ask me? Yeah, just push it in. What do you mean just push it in? Yeah. You're confusing me. which doesn't really take much. That'll be right. It'll be right. Yeah, but... Yeah. That's just stuff down here, it's not the actual cab light. There's stuff up here. Cab light. There's got to be something over here, surely. Cab lighting. Hold on. There you go. Much better. We're going way too quickly. There we go. That's better. That's much better. There we go. We finally got it figured out. Now I can't see out. It's a bit dark, I won't lie. That's just probably the joys of the 350 there. We can figure it out though, it's fine. It's alright. We can figure it out. I got into a driver's seat of an AI-UI train. Oh dear. Yeah, I did choose one at night. Mainly because I want to see what it's like around here. It looks alright at night. What do you expect at night? It's dark. I mainly want to do it so I can see Manchester Airport. The roads and stuff look nice. Looks nice down there. The stations look nice as well, to be fair. If you want to do a night run, the shed is what you want to do. That's true. That's true. Can we have a sheep spotting channel? No. No, I've had silly channels before, and they just get abused for about a week, and then no one touches them ever again. You could have spawned on at 4. I could have. Oh well, it's all right. It don't matter. I don't tend to run at night because I don't really. I know a lot of people like night runs, but I don't tend to do it. Certain units will be better for lighting up the tracks, though. The sheep never dies. Just had another new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. Hope you're doing absolutely splendid. How you doing, Apostle? Are you doing well? Can we do something silly next? Maybe next with a crocodile in the Manchester Airport section? We'll see. I don't want to be streaming too much longer because I have got bed to think about. But we'll certainly have a little look at the 158, and then we'll probably. I want to try and spawn something on the Metrolink lines if I can. I think that'd be funny. We've just had another new subscriber as well. Hey, look at that! Incredible! Thank you very much. If you're on PC and have God mode, add fog to 0.2. Ah, yes, yeah. Adding fog to a night run, it does make it a lot better. I have seen that before. Is Stockporting this? It certainly is. It certainly is. Just the smallest amount of fog makes it way better. You could spawn something, but you can't drive due to an invisible wall. What? Really? Now people are upset about the no sheep. I hate how the 323 is reused for yet another DLC, but it's still quite good. Prefer a 331. Yeah, that's true, but it's accurate, I suppose. Also, the 323 is not a bad piece of machinery, is it? It's a nice bit of machinery, is the 323. Well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll mess around. We'll do a 158 service in the day, and then we'll mess around with it. We may not have sheep chat in your server, but the goat called Chocky made it in his server. Yeah, you go for it. Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they need to figure out. I think what they didn't want to risk is making a train that didn't work. Whereas they could obviously use something trusted and focus on the route itself. It also means that if you don't own Birmingham Cross City and if you don't own Glossop Line, you can get the 323. For the 323, we had Electrostars a lot. Oh, what have I done there? I've slowed down way too much. At least the unbranded 350 now has a place. Yes, that's true. Like how GB Rail Freight went for a 99 because they know they work in mainland Europe. You can advertise in my server, just not other servers. I've seen in people's servers that if they share another server, it can be a spammy server. Yeah, I know what you're on about, Jada. I know exactly what you're on about. It won't change. My stance on that won't change. It does go against Rule 6. That's correct. It's getting nice and bright down here. The lights are good around here. I suppose it needs to be quite dark closer to the airport because obviously, you know, planes, they need to see where they're going. Before 2023, most train simulator routes were Electrostars in the south of England. Yeah, pretty much. We need more stars. Stars shining bright. Paint your palette blue and grey. Look out on a summer's day. Do do be do be do be do be do. Ah, it's nice as you come into Manchester Airport, isn't it? With all these lights. I want to see what the skywalk's like. Hey, this is really nice down here. I like this. Maybe if we did it in like a dusk sort of time. Flown a couple of times into Manchester on Microsoft Flight Sim, especially at night and some in the day. Full flights as well. Airport Terminal 2 from SCR. Ah, someone had to mention SCR, didn't they? Stepford Airport. What I want to keep an eye out for is some planes, because they will look absolutely incredible as they come in. It does look really nice, though. To be fair, I will give it that. It looks like the night lighting's nice. Yeah, Metro Mark was in earlier on. I'm guessing you two know each other. Yeah, when I pulled into the airport, I thought I recognised the station. What if SCR and TSW collab to make a DLC? That would be cool. That'd actually be really cool. All we can see is black beyond the reach of the headlights. It'd be fantastic if they was to release a new Class 99. It would be cool. Some more freight trains when, please. Over the last few days, a lot of the South Western Railway's 455s have gone to scrap. There you go. This is better. We'll have a little run around here, see what it's like at night time, because this did say it was very nice at night time along the skywalk and such. The Airport Terminal 2 I have today was inspired by Manchester Airport. Originally it was based on Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3. Ah, there you go. What's that there? That's a 323 there. You feel like people on Creators Club should be able to make their own routes. That's what the editor's about. You can make your own routes on the editor. There you go. Happy days. Cool. Right. So, the sky... Ah, look at that. That's sick. That's well sick. Look at that. That's brilliant. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They've made it look cool at night. I'm going to run up there, actually. I had to put this on... I had to put slow mode on the sheep chat. He got out of hand. This is why Richie shouldn't have one. The more you ask for them, the less likely I'm going to put one in. Let's go up here. I tell you what, that's made it worth it. That whole... Can't go through there, can you? Oh, no, you have to go through here. It'd be cool if you could, like, scan the tickets and then, like, go through. Or if you had, like, a pass or something, like a driver's pass. Let's go through here. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is well cool. Obviously, it's got to be, like, low light, hasn't it? There's a B. It has to be low light because of the planes. That's really... That's well cool. I like that. That makes waiting in the dark for a while all that worth it. You can also see like the lights of the airport and stuff as well. Very nice. I like it a lot. See, there's a lot of detail, an awful lot of detail. I like that you can hear the rumble of the planes as well. Very cool. What's that? I feel like that's meant to be like a collectible of some kind. No. Silly me, that's a mastery, I think. Yeah, look, so that is brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm a fan of that. Right, 158 time, and then we'll do some messing around with the Metrolink platforms, and then we're going to call it a night. You can fly down it in photo mode. Oh, yeah. Can you fly? I didn't think about that. Can you fly like towards the airport? So this is what we're getting back to Manchester from America in the night, feels like. I get bullied for liking trains, so I wonder if I should still like them. Of course you should still like them. Who saw the drifting bus? We will mess around and try spawn some things on the Metrolink bits now. No, we're going to do a 158 service first in the EMT, because they're only 10 minutes. And then, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll do one of them. Why not? 9 minutes. Happy days. Quick and cheap and cheerful. Happy days. Yeah, I saw the drifting bus as well. There are ticket machines on some routes that you can interact with. Yes, I've seen them. But it'd be cool if you could have like a little driver's pass. It'd be a neat little feature. We just had another new subscriber. That's insane. We've had like over 10 new subscribers during this stream. So thank you very much everyone for coming in. And all the new people that have come in and subscribed. And almost 60 of you watching, 60 likes. It's just absolutely fantastic. So welcome aboard. Hope you're all doing splendid. Put that in there. Put that in there. Unlock doors. There you go. Got Pendolino. Look at that. Ain't it wonderful having the Pendolinos? Just need some more routes to run it on now. Off it goes as well. Love the Pendolinos. You may be the next Francis Bourgeois. Want to go on to the Grand Tour? Right then. Lights. Lights there. Happy days. And then just wait a couple of minutes to load up there. Bit of a weird start time, 25:08. Welcome aboard Adam and Duran to the Discord server. So we've got 5 new members today. Absolutely incredible. How many members have we got now? Quite a fair few. Got 425 members. That's nuts. We are fast approaching 500 members. That is absolutely nuts. What we're thinking, 500 members in the Discord or 5,000 subscribers. What will we hit first? What's the better variant of the 158? The East Midlands train one or the ScotRail one? Most people reason for liking the 323s. You wish networkers went up north and in the Midlands. That bourgeois was very zesty. Bourgeois. 5k subscribers will be first. Both will be first. Okay. Science, I like it. You're at Nollendorf Splats at the above ground station. EMR 100%. A lot of people say 5k. A lot of hype for the 5k, you know. Sure, for a 5k subscriber special, should I run a 5k? That'd be funny. Do you know when they say, couch to 5k, whatever they call it? We'll do, that's really cool. Can you see how the fog is around, like, it's like very foggy around the river? That's quite cool. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, the roads look really nice as well. That's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot there. That's a great idea. You're on a 5k. You should. That's a great idea. You're on a 5k. You should do it live if that happens. Oof. I'll have to start getting some practice in. I'm not very good at running. 180s are looked down upon. However, they are the most comfortable DMUs and are very pleasant to travel on. I think I'm going to be going on a 180 at some point. The streets look very northernly. Yeah. You're at 4.17, so I'd say Discord. $5k hype train. What are we saying predictions wise? Let's see. 5k. I'm going to say at least before the end of the year. In fact, 5k by the time I go on holiday, which is the first week of October. Oh, yeah, there you go, little hills. What's interesting is that we're on the slow lines as well. That's quite cool. So are we going to be overtaken by something? Because that'll probably be the reason why we put onto the slow lines. I remember when the 180s operated with the first Great Western, unfortunately not much life left. Oh, the famous hills. Would you like me to do the maths on this? Give me the exact numbers, Discord members, and the exact sub count. So, Discord members 425, and subscribers 4,179. We're one away from 4.18k. Those hills jump scared me earlier. What is the best intercity DMU? Oh, it's got to be the HST, isn't it? Got to be the HST. I don't have the small hills on my version of the route, but instead missing overhead catenary on the approach to Manchester Airport. What platform are you on? HST isn't a DMU though. Well, technically it is though, isn't it? In Transport Fever, it's classed as a DMU. HST is a locomotive. I suppose so. It was classified as a DMU when it was first built. Yeah, I thought so. HST is a loco and carriages though because it's a class 43. Yeah, because the class 43 is the front, but the HST is the whole consist, which is a DMU. It's like, for example, how like, what is it? Like Voyagers and 222s, they're DMUs as well. Aren't they? Well, I don't know. Grand Central receiving 800 series. What will happen to the 180? Scrapped. Scrapped and put in bin. HST is a DMU. This is a really contentious one, isn't it? You didn't say E225s isn't an EMU, is it? No, it isn't, and you're correct there. However, the way that it's... You've got me there. This is contentious, isn't it? It's a 91 in carriage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but don't the carriages of the HST apply power? Have some form of power? Oh, I don't know. This is really interesting. What else I need for the amount of years you've had your Discord and YouTube for? Oh my goodness gracious me! So now you're getting into the maths now. So the YouTube channel started, just say 1st of February 2024. Discord I couldn't tell you. Just say 1st of March 2024. Please don't have engines. Yeah, of course, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. So okay, fine then. Scrap that then. Intercity DMUs. It's not the Voyagers. It can't be the Voyagers. It's not allowed to be the Voyagers. I like a 185. Looks nice. I don't know what else I'd pick. For intercity ones. There's not really many good options. There really ain't. I realise that this route uses both EMR and ScotRail. Yeah, because EMR's being EMR. That's cool, isn't it? Look at that. The different operators. That's what's cool about this, is the different operators. Because obviously privatisation's a thing. Like, it's all the different colours of the different operators is so cool to see. Lumo getting the Class 222s from EMR later this year, are they? Would you call it 185 intercity? Yeah, no, it'd be regional. I don't know. Oh, it depends. They're a bit of both, aren't they? Because on the Trans-Pennine Express route, they do intercity stuff, but they also do Huddersfield services, which is regional. Oh, that's really interesting. It would probably have to be a Voyager, wouldn't it? But I don't want it to be. And then you've got like the 805s and stuff that aren't technically DMUs, are they? They're bi-mode and tri-mode, or whatever they call them. Another little thing to note as well, taxi rank, all nicely modelled, which is quite cool. A lot of good detail. So that's what I mean, like, you know, route detail. Absolutely splendid. Absolutely splendid. .185 is a hybrid. 350s are also kind of everything at once. I prefer a 222 because that could at least come to Midland Main Line. Also, Voyager smell. Oh, we just had 2 new subscribers. Look at that, insane. There you go. So we're definitely a 4.18. Happy days. Right, let's go. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. Hey, what they're going to say. Now, let's go to Manchester Airport and try spawning some stuff in. Why not? And then we're going to leave it there. Let's go crazy till we see the sun. What am I doing? They subscribe based on the HST run. There you go. Yeah, Metrolink platforms time. Happy days. Let's do that. Let's go to Manchester Airport. Do you know what I tried to do? I did try and be a little bit sneaky. I tried going across. So when I was messing around with it, I tried to see if you could glitch out the map to go down to crew. See if it was like models or anything. It's not. So they did like intentionally, I think, like intended to go to crew, but then thought, you know, we're not actually going to go that far. MIA. Is that paper planes? What do they call it? Right, Metrolink stuff. Let's go across here. Can you spawn it in? Be a bit easier to get onto here, wouldn't it? Right. What are we spawning in? What are we spawning in? I know what's spawning in. Ah, oh yeah, of course, because it needs to be numbered, doesn't it? Right, we'll bring in this one. Bring in the 2 car. Well, it works. That's interesting. Okay. I'm stuck though. There you go. Oh. Oh. Okay. This might work. You know. This could work. Hold on. How you doing, AD? Hope you're doing well. Panel cover. Open that. Door release open. Door open. Happy days. Can you get in? You can do it. Right. Hold on. So, you can get in this way. Hold on. This could be funny. This could be brilliant. Right. So let me just set stuff up. Do that. Cool. Let's do that. Happy days. Close the doors. Do all that sort of stuff. Right. So, we've spawned a pacer on the Metrolink platforms. So essentially, this pacer is acting like a tram. But can we drive it along the tram line? A pacer on the tram line? Let's do it. Let's go. Is this going to work? Oh, it's working! Oh, whoa! It's actually doing something. Oh, what? Oh, no, you absolute sods. No! They've done that on purpose. Right, no, we're not being beaten by this. No, we're not being beaten by this. They've done that on purpose. What have you spawned after that point? Trust me. I've got my head's in the game. Right, we'll whoa, I can't even get my words out. We will do it. I reckon they've done that intentionally. So where was the SPAD point? It was down here somewhere, wasn't it? Right, fine. Have it your way, but we will try again. If this crashes, it's been a good stream. The thing is, you can't get it. Hold on. We just need it so. Oh, that's stupid, isn't it? Right, okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. We will do it. We will do this. Maybe if you set a path. No, because there's no lines. It doesn't exist. But you can get into it. There's also people on it, which is quite funny. Right, hold on. Okay. And if this doesn't work, I've got another idea. This should, hopefully, do something. Right. Let's close that. Right, okay. Take 2. I'm past the red signal, or the invisible red signal. Can it actually go anywhere? Can we drive the pacer along the tram line? Come on, let's do it. No more spads. Full beans. Off we go. Hopefully, it doesn't spad. It's working. It's working. There you go. We're also racing the 158 out. There you go. That's how you do it. You spawn it after that little bit. I go for a shower and look, I see a pacer. What's occurring? We're going. Look at this. We're racing a 158, but we're going along the tram line, so that don't matter. Here we go. We've done it. That's how you break the game. Let's go. How far can we get, though? How far can we get along the Metrolink platforms? How far can we go? Hopefully quite far. This is how you do it. This is how we do it. I wonder if it's all modelled. That would be really interesting. That's, there you go. There you go. This is going to count you out of bounds. Well, if we don't go out of bounds, then not my problem, is it? This is cursed. This is very cursed. I can't believe it works. This is why you should wait to the end of my streams, because all sorts of chaos. If it goes to Piccadilly, that's funny. That'll be really funny. It keeps going, though. It's modelled for a very long time, isn't it? For a very long time. Hold on. There's an ever so slightly sharp bend. Oh, dear me. Slow down. No, don't derail. Oh, my God. Oh, my wow. Oh, that got me sweating, I won't lie. Dear me. This goes for a very long time. Also, there's a plane. Look at that. That was very low, wasn't it? That's incredibly low. This is brilliant. Do you know what? It's incredibly well modelled. There's also loads of cars over there. This is incredibly well modelled. But I do see an endpoint coming up. This is interesting. Train sim, is that you? Tram sim, is that you? We probably... Oh, we will fall up. No, it ends. It ends abruptly. No. Right. So, yes, you can drive a pacer along the tram lines. Happy days. That's took it out of me, I won't lie. It don't work from Piccadilly. It doesn't let you. It's blocked off. Where was it? East Didsbury. Can you get to it from East Didsbury, did you say? Absolutely crazy. If you've not subscribed or if you've not liked the stream, now's your chance, because that is funny. He says, and no one subscribes. That's okay. Right, East Didsbury, do you say? That we can do it from there? Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Oh, you've done it now. Spawning at 10 o'clock, it's fine. Walk to the north of the station. Can you get to it, though? That's the all-important question. Second Bridge Viaduct north of East Didsbury is the East Didsbury tram line. Do you know what? It was modelled for a very long time. That's quite interesting. Right, so what you're saying, go north of East Didsbury, which is this way. Do I need to go downstairs? Oh, dear me. What have I done here? We probably can't get to it. That's the problem. There's probably an invisible wall, isn't there? Ah, do you know what? No, there is going to be an invisible wall, surely. That's south. No, it's north. Where are they? Ah, here. Oh no. What? You can't get round here, can you? No. You need to walk. Oh, you need to walk along the railway line. Okay, we should have said that in the first place, you silly sausage. In your face, ATS. No, they'll patch it. So where have I got to go? Talk me through it, Crazy. Come on, you're the expert here. So we've got to walk north. Along here, yeah? That's north. Okay. It's alright, I've got my high vis on, it's alright. I'm walking with my high vis on, it's alright. Just go north, okay. How far north? Would it be better just to spawn a train in? Richie is becoming me. Another 200 meters. Next viaduct. What's going on? We're trying to find the tram, the Metrolink tram station or whatever it is, the tram lines. Ah, yeah, there it is. I don't think you can get it. You can't get to it though. Ah, I see what you mean. Right, okay, you can't get... I don't think you'll be able to get to that. Yeah, I can't imagine you can get through there. That's... No, not happening. Not happening. Oh, stand back. You could. No, I don't think you can. There's no holes in the wall. Hole in the wall! Fools always find a way. I thought we were going to be able to jump down there, but I don't think we can. No, no, no. No. Oh, oh. We dropped suddenly there, didn't we? No, you can't get down there. Absolutely not. Not happening. Not happening. No, that's not happening. Hold on, hold on. You were doing something then. Fight for the wall! No, not happening. No. Debunked. Can't do it. We'll try Manchester Piccadilly one last time. Spawn a train that's quite tall. How are you still alive? I'm sleepy, I tell you. I'm a very sleepy boy. Drive both ways at Piccadilly. Right, okay, hold on. Hold on then. That's the scenarios. I don't want that. I don't want the scenarios. I don't want the scenarios. You could go down the path you despawned at. Richie has my energy of getting out of bounds in trains and I love doing it. I love trying to find ways to break out the map. Because it's mad what you can find as well. Right. Cheese and Piccadilly sandwiches, let's go. Right, so let's go down here. It's incredibly explorable, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously can't go out of places, but cool if you could go down to the taxi rank. Right. That work? No, that one don't work. Right. So yesterday, Casual couldn't do it at all. He couldn't get, he just couldn't get into anything. So, what's quite low that we can jump into? Here, we've got to spawn something that's platform level. Let's have a look. Let's think. Brainstorm. A tube train. Ooh, that's a good shout, you know. That is a good shout. Problem with that though, it's quite long. Yeah, that's very long. It won't like that. Yeah, it needs to be like a one car thing. Nah, that's not going to work. No, I don't have the 38. An American loco, that would never work. A Gronk, I think he tried a Gronk. What have we got? What have we got to choose from? I don't have the Isle of Wight installed, unfortunately. Not really much you can spawn in, is there? $7.10. Have I got Thomas installed? I think I might have uninstalled Thomas. I have. I've uninstalled him. 7.10. I suppose we could try that, couldn't we? No harm in trying. Not enough space. Yeah, not enough space apparently. Right, so that don't work. Right, okay. Do we just use our trusty Scotsman? Right, there's Scotsman. The issue that he found, you can do that, but it doesn't allow you to climb up at all. It doesn't let you. Where's the other platform? Over there. It's like intentional. You can't seem to do it, which is a blooming shame because it's only up there. It's like a weirdly placed invisible wall that you just can't get through no matter what you try and do. You can do that. Try the sprinter. The SNG. Oh, what? No, I don't like it. No, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna, it didn't work yesterday. I think it's time to get out an American locomotive. If that works, that would be so funny. What we got? SD. We've got anything SD? No, we haven't got that. Have we got... I don't think I've got anything American spawned in, to be honest. I'm trying to think. I don't actually think we've got anything that's drivable. ACS 64. Alpo. Hold on. Alpo. ACS. Let's have a look. No, you can't. No, it don't like it. It don't like it, unfortunately. Nothing's working, apparently. No, I'm not gonna... No, I think I'm done. Well done. You might be on something there, JD. No, you can't. Why? Two variants of it. Oh. JD, you absolute legend. You absolute legend. It don't work. No! Oh, that is so frustrating. You just... Oh, hold on. It came up with something then, didn't it? I'm just going to spam triangle until we can get on. Surely. We just can't get close. And it's like strategically just far enough away so you can't get onto it. No. Let us get on. If we run and jump, it might be alright. How you doing, Paul? Hope you're doing well. Right, if we run and jump, jump. No, it's not going to work. Aim for a C. No, it's just not going to work. You can't click anything. Why can you not jump onto the tracks? That's got to get fixed. Could you get out to Oxford Road? I've glitched there. There's nothing spectacular, I can reassure you. I can't seem to... You just can't get on, can you? No, you can't do it. I'm gonna consider that. I'm gonna consider myself beat. Okay. I'm gonna consider myself beat. We managed to get onto them at Manchester Airport. Is there anywhere else you can think of? Is there anywhere else you can think of? Then we'll very quickly do it. If not, I'm going to bed because I'm starting to sweat. How the blooming heck do you get? It's like a maze around here. The other platform don't. It's the same issue. It don't work the other side either. We've tried it, which is bizarre because you can, you can go through here. It does have an invisible wall. Casual tried both sides yesterday. See, look, invisible wall. Ah, clever. They've done that on purpose. They've done that intentionally, so we don't try and spawn stuff in and break it. Can't go through there either. I haven't got Jade. I haven't got Thomas. Nah, it's not happening. What's down here? Hey. Could have sworn we just came from here. Confused. Drive a Pendolino to Wilmslow. No, we've done plenty of services tonight. So we did do a Pendolino from Wilmslow. If you want to check that out, we did about an hour ago. If the singular tube stock didn't work, God mode and fly, I could do that, but I'm on the PlayStation and we don't have the joy of mods on the PlayStation, unfortunately. Anyway, right. There we go. That was a good bit of fun. So I'm absolutely sweating now after all that. So yes, you can drive it on the Metrolink platforms from the airport. You can break it, obviously, without mods. If you've got mods, you can do all sorts of different things. Anyway, that was a little long play of the Manchester Airport Commuter. And I tell you what, how good's that route? What would you rate this route out of 10? Go on, hit me with it. Hit me with your ratings. You've got the new leaderboard thing. Did you have it? Did you have to turn anything on? No, it just did it automatically for some reason. I don't know what it means, but Oh, it does tell. Oh, it tells you who's commented the most. Obviously, signs. Typical. Oh yeah, that's quite cool. I don't know what it means, but top fans. Place where people stand out in the community. Oh, nice. Got it. Happy days. It's quite cool. 100 out of 100. 8.9. More northern stuff. Scrap that. 50 out of 10. There you go. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, it tells you who can't be quiet. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Baits out some people. J-Do. Anyway, right. Yeah, so how did you get it on PlayStation? Well, I personally obviously got gifted it from Dovetail, but if you go to the store, you type in Manchester Airport Commuter, it will be there. If you're on PS4, you won't have it. Obviously, I'm guessing you're on PS4. It's Gen 9 only. So, general bits of admin. Manchester Airport Commuter, £24.99. Comes with this, the wonderful Class 323. Has 275 services for the 323. And it also comes with the 66, which has some other services on it too. So around about 300 if you don't have any other layers. If you've got West Coast Mainline South and the Pendolino DLC, you'll have another 100 or so layers, 100 or so services even, with the Pendolinos, the 350s. If you've got Cardiff City Network, you'll get the 150s and the 153s. If you've got Midland Mainline, you'll have the 158. I believe there is a HST somewhere, a Midland Mainline HST as AI somewhere anyway. It was in Glossop Line, so I don't know whether that's been brought across. And then if you own the ScotRail 158, you'll also see them acting as northern services. If you've got the RHTT, there's some stuff there, and also the 87 if you've got the 87 from West Coast Mail on Preston Carlisle. Out of 10, I'll give it 8 because you get so many services and so much to do, and so much good short services. I would definitely be getting this after watching a long live video. Awesome, there you go. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic because Northern are always delayed, but that's 10 out of 10. There you go. Happy days. You can't see me. You turned it off and you can't see me on it. Oh, weird. Okay, so you have to turn it off. Is there meant to be freight on the Sunday timetable? Yes, I think there is, but I think you need to have some other DLC to be installed. I think you need some cargo line stuff to be installed or something like that. Anyway, for some reason it's not showing up for me, but there will be a reason for that, so I'll need to check into that. I think I might need to restore licenses because there's a few things that have gone a bit out of whack, so I'll need to mess around with that on the PlayStation. But anyway, you will get freight on the Sunday timetable. So yeah, if you're on Steam as well, you've got until the 15th of July. No freight on the Sunday. Oh, okay, right, there you go. There's your answer. There's no freight on the Sunday. Is it more stock moves? I think it's ECS moves, isn't there? And stuff like that. You'll know more than me. What was I saying? Yeah, if you're on Steam and you own the Glossop line, which is currently on sale on Steam, you get 20% off on this DLC. So if you want to save a £5 on this route, you might as well go pick up Glossop line. I think it's about 80% off, which is about £6. So if you used to spend £6, you'd be able, for the price of, by getting that route, you get essentially the same price but knocked off this route. So for £26 you get 2 routes. Do it. Get it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah. As for other bits of general admin from me, obviously we've had about 20 new subscribers, so thank you very much for everyone coming in. The route is £24.99 or £20 if you've got line already, because you can get the 20% off. Yeah, what was I saying? General bits and bobs of admin from me. Over 60 likes, that's absolutely insane. We've had 75 people watching, 20 new subscribers. Thank you all for coming in and showing your support tonight. I really appreciate it. As for videos from me, there is something coming out in the next couple of days. There'll be a video on Friday as usual, and then because it's 4th of July on Friday, obviously I'm not streaming on Friday, but because it's the 4th of July, on the 5th, I'm thinking of doing American, like a viewer's choice stream. So yeah, I'll let you know, to be confirmed. What if you type it in PlayStation but it says UK and you can't press UK? I don't know what you mean, you're confusing me. Anyway, right, pardon me, with all that said and done, thank you all for watching tonight. I much appreciate you all coming in, and yeah, go and get it. It's a lot of fun. Go and support ATS in their first Train Sim World creation, and hopefully they build this up, like I say, like we've been discussing throughout the stream. Hopefully they add some more stuff to it, and it could be a lot of fun and have a lot of potential. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, take care and see you in the next stream. Bye everyone.